Call me Kettle. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely you boor, having little or no money in my bum bag and nothing particular to interest me in Bracknell, I took a notion to skim the net announced to inhale a hooier measure of matter. It is a way I have of driving off the fatty liver and neglecting the degradation. Whenever I find myself growing feared about the cavities, whenever it is a hot, sizzling July in my hemisphere, whenever I find myself voluntarily doing the housework and bringing up the rear of every woman I meet, and especially whenever my hypers get such an upper hand of me that it requires a strong sedative to prevent me from deliberately approaching the white-collared and vigorously insisting upon hats, then I count it high time to get to Video Village as soon as I can. This is my substitute for watching the items themselves. With a Baltic withering, Fidgy flops onto the pissing airbed. I respectably take to the podcast. There is nothing surprising in this. If they but knew it, almost all men in their degree, and the other lot, why not, sometime or other, would cherish the same feelings towards the pod as me. If ever they fucking listen.
Welcome to our best and worst of 2025.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm Jordan, that's Sam.
Hello. We don't do that anymore.
We don't. No. Yeah, we just assume... the only people that listen...
Yeah. You know who we are.
You came to Video Village. You know what to expect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You've now entered.
Yeah. Anyway, so... yeah, I guess it's worth explaining how the lists work, really, just so people aren't lost.
I suppose so. Well, it goes in ascending order.
It starts at 10... No, it's more...
Have you ever seen a list? It's that.
Yeah. It's more for the fact that we combine film and TV.
We do.
Yeah. So it's going to be, rather than doing top 10 film, top 10 TV, because like in most years, like sometimes you'll get like a strong film list, but a very weak TV list. So.
Yeah. You'd usually get a decent 4 lists, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But this is the creme de la creme, isn't it? This is the... Yeah,
exactly.
And the pew de la pupe, whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also
Flemme de la flemme.
Flemme de la flemme. Wonderful. Okay. Yes. And I guess the other thing to note is that because sometimes we have the same items on our lists, but not in necessarily the same position.
Yes.
So if I say, oh, my number 10 is blah, 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 and that's like your number 6,
yes,
we'll wait until we get there to talk about it. All good?
Yeah. I guess we can just begin.
Let's do it.
So in that spirit, my number 10... We're doing the worst first.
Yeah.
We're doing the worst first.
Okay.
The 10th worst thing of the year for me was The Home.
Okay. That's a great place to start. Because we can't talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. What's your number 10 of the year?
My 10th worst thing of the year is Hurry Up Tomorrow.
We can't talk about that yet.
I see where this is going.
Yeah. My number 9 is Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Let's talk about it.
I think maybe it's worth, because we haven't discussed the planning of this in any way whatsoever, we should probably recapitulate it. Give the premise very quickly again. Right?
Oh, okay.
So the weekend, Hurry Up Tomorrow is the weekend's vanity project. He didn't direct it, but he's clearly the creative figurehead of it. It's a moody, kind of existentially brooding film about an artist who has an encounter with a diehard fan who then kidnaps him.
Yeah.
And he is forced to confront his demons as a result. It was brought to us by Trey Edward Schultz, who has directed 3 very, very good films.
Yes.
And now Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Which has earned him his first Razzie nomination, hasn't it?
Oh, actually, I haven't seen the Razzie nominations.
Oh, he's up for Worst Director.
Oh, well, okay. The thing is, it's not a terribly directed film.
I do feel kind of bad for him.
I do feel bad. It's not his fault, I don't think.
Well, that's the thing. That's one of the main things we discussed in the review, and it's worth kind of restating it here. Yeah. This is The Weeknd's fault.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Well,
it's his fault. If he's doing it in the same way, like, it's a patron. Yeah. He was paid very well, and he can go off and do whatever he wants. Okay. Yeah. Kind of understandable. But he did agree to do it.
He did.
It's kind of, but it's directed perfectly fine.
Yeah, and I think we also said at the time that the cinematography in this is competent enough that it could trick you into thinking that it is a good film.
Yeah. It looks like a film.
Yeah, it looks well put together.
Yeah.
And you've got Jenna Ortega as the obsessed fan who puts in a good performance for what she's asked.
Yes.
Barry Kagan does a good job for what he's asked as well. It is literally just The Weeknd. Like, I don't blame anyone else that's involved in it. And so it is disappointing that I think he's up for worst director and screenplay, maybe, because I think he contributed to the screenplay.
I'm a little bit more on board with that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's the height of vanity.
Absolutely.
This thing. It's, technically, basically competent.
Which is why it's like...
It's low, relatively.
Yeah. For both of us, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you just emerge loathing The Weeknd. And it's clear like he's trying to act and he thinks he has all this range and this depth and... like, there are scenes where people just sing his songs at him.
Yeah.
Close to... Maybe in full, one or two of them.
Yeah, I think Jenna Ortega plays a song in its entirety while he's tied to the bed. And she's like, it's so profound, it's so wonderful.
Yeah.
And then
she's explaining to him
why his music is great.
Such a genius.
Yeah. And then she just does the same thing again with a different song.
Yeah. And it doesn't help that there's a mirroring in that you feel captive.
Yeah.
You know? And he's tied to bed, just forced to listen to his own serenade.
Yes.
And then on top of that, it's trying to go for this hallucinogenic, ethereal kind of feeling. It's basically plotless. It is essentially a long music video.
Yeah.
That's the feeling of it.
The plot is described as it's this odyssey.
Odyssey, yeah.
But he doesn't even meet Jenna Ortega until halfway through the runtime. The first half is just him at a concert looking all profound.
What I find so funny, ironic about the Odyssey thing is just occurring to me now, is Odyssey is an epic voyage, right? Odysseus. But when things are described as an Odyssey now, it usually means, it happens over one night.
Yeah.
Right? It's an Odyssey into the mind of
it's an internalized journey that we describe as an Odyssey.
But Odyssey, it means like, a nocturnal adventure.
Yeah.
Like, but we always use the word Odyssey for that now. We should stop doing that.
Yes.
Especially after the Odyssey comes out.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think I've said all I have to say about Harry.
Yeah. Obviously, nothing on our worst list is a recommendation, but...
I don't think we have to clarify that. No.
But yeah, did not enjoy this one at all. So my number 9 is The Home.
We can talk about it.
We did a little switcheroony there.
We did.
It's two same films, but in a different order.
I think that might happen a bit.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Okay. The Home. Why do you loathe The Home?
Why do I?
Yeah.
Well, Pete Davidson's a huge contributing factor to that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not the same as Hurt Tomorrow in that it's a lot of it is his fault, but it's not his fault.
Well,
it's the film is bad anyway.
The film is bad anyway, but what's interesting about it, because the plot is basically Pete Davidson is this rebel.
Sure.
Who's kind of nice to everyone throughout the film, so I don't understand how.
He's like a nice stoner kind of guy. He's like your grandparents are like, oh, he's,
Yeah.
But he's actually just really nice.
All he did was just commit a little bit of crime, and now he's getting in trouble for it.
Graffiti, right?
Yeah.
Vandalism. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, community service. He has to do community service as an old folks' home.
Yeah.
Strange shit's going on. A horror movie ensues.
Yeah.
They hired Pete Davidson to be the guy, like the protagonist of their horror film, and it just doesn't... He can't do it.
Well, he can't act.
He can't act, but...
Pete Davidson's celebrity is totally inexplicable.
Yeah.
As is his proficiency with women.
Yes.
There's obviously something about him that draws people. I think it is that don't give a fuck kind of attitude.
Okay.
But yeah, no, he's the serious lead in this. It's not going for... Oh, isn't it funny that we've cast Pete Davidson?
No, not at all.
As the lead.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You said the film is bad, and I do agree with you. Like, it's bad without him.
Yeah.
I mean, casting a different lead would have made a hell of a difference.
Yeah.
And part of that is because it feels like the film is spending a lot of its energy on having to act on his behalf.
Right.
There's multiple instances where the camera and the sound is kind of overcompensating for the fact that Pete Davidson has just seen something horrific.
Yes.
Something as horrific as a woman falling onto a bed of spikes and being impaled.
Right.
And he has no expression.
Yeah, that is the joy of The Home.
Yeah.
It's a lot of reaction shots of him being gormless.
Yes.
And
at a time when you really shouldn't be.
Yeah, and he just doesn't have the right body language and the right kind of kineticism.
No.
Like if he has to move out somewhere rapidly, he doesn't sell it very well. It's kind of physically awkward. And I will say, we watched this twice, the second time with a friend, who like recoiled when the woman jumped onto the...
Yes.
Or was thrown, in truth, onto the railing. So it obviously, it did the job, at least one instance.
And, I'll admit, because they do a couple of things with eyes, there's, a whole...
Right.
The plot kind of revolves around, there's something behind your eye that gives you eternal youth. So that's extracted by the old people so they can live forever.
Yeah.
So they have to, put needles in people's eyes and kind of take their youth out of them.
Yeah.
And I don't like stuff with eyes, so that was a bit But it's stuff with eyes. It's like saying a jump scare scared me.
Right, exactly.
Well, of course it did. That's what it's fucking for.
Yeah.
That's all it does, is just cheap. It get a cheap reaction out of you.
Yeah, and then the film does a whole... It tries to do the hot fuzz thing. Oh, this is elaborate conspiracy, but then, oh no, we just do it for a laugh, really.
Yeah.
There is something else going on, but basically... Again, we watched it with this friend who... anticipating what the big reveal was about what was going on.
Couldn't unpack it.
Yeah, it's
as the film was going on.
That doesn't support my theory, and then there's the big reveal. It literally went, oh fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. But it's, I guess, again, this is as low as it is because it's not an immoral movie, It's just a bad film.
Yeah.
And it is entertainingly bad.
Yeah, we watched it again for a laugh.
Yes, exactly.
So that's got to count for something.
Yes. But stop giving Pete Davidson roles.
Yes.
Basically.
Well, I certainly don't think he's going to get another horror role after this, so I suppose that's good.
I just feel bad for the character actors, the older, because obviously it's peopled mostly by older folk. Like Mary Beth Palin, John Glover and Bruce Altman, these really great, the pop up in The Sopranos and Evil and The Good Wife. And they're just made to do these ridiculous things. And they're team players, they're champs for that. But you just feel embarrassed for them.
Yes.
Yeah. It's we just like fucking, and so, oh my God, Bruce. Yeah. Okay, I think that's enough of that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. My number 8 is War of the Worlds.
We'll come back to it.
Okay.
My number 8 is Star Trek Section 31.
We can talk about that.
Okay. Talk about kicking off the year in the bollocks. I think this was the first thing I saw.
Kicking off the year in the bollocks.
In 2025.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very early, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it remains one of the year's biggest sins for me.
I would agree. The only reason it's not on my list is because my memories of it, resultantly, are scant. So I didn't want to go back to it.
I think it was a difficult review to do because both of us remembered so little about it, having only just seen it.
Yeah, it's so bland.
So bland, and it's remarkable because, this is set in the Star Trek Discovery era of the Star Trek universe. So they take a lot of characters that were in Star Trek Discovery, namely Michelle Yeoh, who plays, as you pointed out, the Hitler analog, basically, of that universe.
Yeah.
And they kind of put her in charge of this Guardians of the Galaxy Suicide Squad-esque fun ragtag group of outlaws.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be this fun, team movie.
Yeah, it's kind of coming back to me a little bit now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's remarkable about it is that Alex Kurtzman is kind of the producer, the overseer of modern Star Trek.
The James Gunn of Star Trek.
Yeah, and he came out of he was involved in the J.J. Abrams 2009 Star Trek.
He's one of the writers of the screenplay. Yeah,
which is that's your perfect blueprint.
Yeah.
For a modern Star Trek film. Mm-hmm. How has he not been able to he wrote it.
He wrote it.
Yeah. How has he not been able to recreate that?
He's done a lot of bad things. I think that just lightning struck there.
Okay.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
I think there were maybe 2 or 3 writers on that. But yeah, him and Roberto Orci has historically been his writing partner.
Yeah.
I don't think he has any more. Then they've gone their separate ways now, and good for Roberto Orci.
Yes.
But yeah, what's most staggering about it, I think, is in this age of, just run-of-the-mill TV now looks cinematic.
Yeah.
It's so awful and bland and visually drained.
Yeah, I think I remember at the time that Star Trek Discovery was being advertised, the first season. I don't know specifically when it was, and I don't know if Game of Thrones and stuff was already out at that point. Breaking Bad certainly was. But I remember seeing that show and thinking, oh, that looks expensive. That looks like a proper cinematic looking show. Mm-hmm. And so for that to eventually spawn one of the least looking cinematic films above a certain budget level.
And I really think that's all dwindled now. I think even those shows now look cheap.
Yeah.
And it's a thing that's kind of endemic to Ryan Murphy shows. So there's one this year coming up that we're going to review because, we're still doing the podcast. Reveal! Who knew it would come in the review of Star Trek? Yeah. And there's a thing to his shows that they're just a bit off. There's not enough people around. It's not extra'd correctly.
Yeah.
And that's the vibe of these shows. And also, it's that kind of singular lighting state.
Yes.
Orange. A bit like Alien Romulus, but in that, it felt kind of, it's deliberate. And I didn't like it, but it at least had intentionality to it. And this is just, stick a couple of, tube lights over there, put it on orange, and that's,
Yeah.
The thing that I'm remembering about it now is that it was sort of the first time I'd seen, I think her name is Casey Roll, since Hannibal.
Yeah.
And it's like, where'd she go? Like, that should have been like the kickstart of her career.
Yeah.
And then I saw her in
and this is where she ended up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a wasted cast, because, you've got Michelle Yeoh, whose star has very much been on the rise the past couple of years.
Oscar winner.
What's the guy's name? Is it Sam something?
I don't remember who else is in it.
He's done stuff with Tim Robinson.
Oh, Sam Richardson?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in Veep.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's in Veep as well.
Yeah.
He's in it.
Yeah.
As you pointed out, the girl from Hannibal's in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a decent cast from what I remember.
Yeah.
And how is anyone supposed to do anything with the material that they're given?
Yeah.
Like, it feels like a film that was hacked to pieces after it was either hacked to pieces after, like, when it was given to the editor, or the editor was instructed with basically finding the film in the edit.
Yeah, it's also, it's sold as, it's a motion picture. It's like the 13th or whatever Star Trek film.
Yeah.
It's not billed as a prolonged episode.
Which is what it feels like.
Which is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just, if you're a Trekkie, that's bleak.
Yeah.
Or just the scale, step down in scale.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially since I remember Star Trek Beyond, a lot of people saying that kind of felt like
that did, for me,
big budget episode.
I would agree. That felt like a step down from, I mean, it was Abrams, the first two, right? So it did feel like a step down cinematically. But no, that still looked like a film. And,
Yeah, this doesn't.
This does not.
And I guess all I can say is that I'm happy that it seems to be well represented at the Razzies.
Okay, again, I don't know.
Yeah, it's up for worst picture. She's up for worst actress.
Okay.
It's up for worst, I think, director, maybe screenplay.
Okay.
It's up for worst, like, rip-off remake. So it's like well represented, which is nice because I thought it would have been forgotten.
Well, we will look at the Razzies after this podcast. But yeah, if we're going through this and there are films represented, you just let us know.
If I can think of them,
yeah. Okay. My number 7 is Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Okay. This is also represented. I think it's only up for worst remake.
Okay.
Or rip-off or sequel.
Yeah, that category. Okay, well, that's something.
Yeah, which I've seen a lot of, like, not backlash, but a lot of people going, why?
It's a really bad film.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man.
No.
I don't get...
Oh, no, plenty of people have gone, good. Hopefully they'll fucking learn their lesson.
Yeah.
But there have been, mainly within, like, the subreddits and fan communities, a lot of people going, really, we're putting this up against War of the Worlds? And
yeah.
I mean, you were kind of more negative towards it in your review than I was.
Yeah.
But it's still not a good film, and I would have taken basically any other interpretation of a Five Nights at Freddy's sequel over this.
Yeah, this for me sort of represents the thing with doing your worst 10. The best 10, it feels more concrete.
Yeah.
Right? It feels, obviously you dislike some things more than others, but your fandom of something, your passion for something, it feels easier to grade it, to have gradations of it.
Okay.
You're like, oh yeah, I loved that, and I really liked that, but like love is not.
Yeah.
It's somehow easier to rank when you do your worst 10. It's harder, especially this year.
We've been saying it all through the year,
Yeah.
and having now done it, I can certainly confirm. I'm sure you could as well.
Yeah.
This was a very difficult list to compile.
Yeah,
a lot of worthy candidates we couldn't include them.
Yeah, I think 2024 was a really good year for film.
Yeah.
And it'd been a while. It's like, oh, good, okay. This year, it feels like it's been last year now, a really good year for TV.
Yeah.
And not a bad year for films, but there were a lot of bad films.
Yes.
Which
is going to seem ironic, because to kind of spoil it slightly, there are more films on my best list than shows.
Interesting.
But I think that's because...
Is it like Stars, though? It clusters at the top, does it?
Yeah, I think... Yeah, certainly we had... The good films we had were rather good.
Yes.
But also the good TV shows, a lot of them were kind of around the same level.
Yeah.
So even though we got more good TV shows, like you said, kind of like those films just ended up eking them out slightly.
Yes.
But
there were 4 or 5 seasons of TV last year that were kind of 10 out of 10.
Yeah, like really, really good. And then a lot that were like really good, but I couldn't separate them because they were all equally as enjoyable.
Yes. So all of that was to say that when we're putting together our worst 10, for me, part of it is, this film kind of represents this strand of film.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm diligent. I would never let, 2 awful horror films, we don't need 2. I'm going to let both in if they were the worst two. But I also like to kind of have some representation.
Yeah.
And this for me represents boring.
Okay.
It's just the most boring kind of... It is badly written, but just like written.
Yeah.
Bland. Like incredibly bland.
Especially given how visually iconic Five Nights at Freddy's is.
Yeah.
Like, it's the type of film where I think you could show any frame from most of this film, and if someone's seen it, they'll go, "Oh, that's from Five Nights at Freddy's."
Yeah,
and yet the film itself is so forgettable and unremarkable.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what Five Nights at Freddy's is. You've said that. It's the artwork. It's the...
Yeah, it's the character
the mascot
design, and it's the kind of there's there's no stuff behind the things.
Yes. Yeah, there's no heart to it.
Yeah.
And there's no substance. It's the same. It's the first film again, as far as I could tell.
Yeah,
basically,
it's difficult to do like a brief summary of the plot. of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, well, people know what Five Nights at Freddy's
is.
Yeah, they go back to Freddy's and more shit.
But
happens.
a different Freddy's.
Yeah,
with different animatronics from a different era.
Yeah,
like an earlier era, but somehow more advanced than the ones we saw in the first one.
Yeah, and amongst the cast there is a charisma vacuum. I think I said Elizabeth Lale is nothing remotely special in the film, but she was the only one that seemed human to me.
Okay.
Josh Hutcherson is I don't know if he's a bad actor necessarily. Maybe he could be good in other things, like when he was younger. But he's a child actor that just hasn't made that transition. And the sister in it, it's like, hang on, how old is she? Because she's behaving like she's 6, but she looks about 13 or 14. So,
yes.
Yeah, just a weird mix of... And, not surprising, because the guy that created the games wrote the script.
He did, yeah. The sole writer as well, I think.
The sole writer.
Yeah.
So, they need to bring in an outsider that can take what is good about it, which is you got really good mascot designs.
Yeah.
Now let me write like an actual story.
Yeah, to put them in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to get a third one because the second one did very well, and they know this franchise has got longevity.
Yeah.
Because of the support that it generally has. But yeah, I do hope that they don't take the fact that they're going to get greenlit for a third one for granted, and they do actually like maybe say to Scott Cawthon, "Yeah, you did your job. Now let's find someone else."
I know. I can't relate to fanboys and fangirls, right? I just can't. That thing of and I mean the strand of them that's more whatever it is. I will love it because it is of the thing I love. Okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I relate a little bit more to it can't ever be good because the first one was so perfect. Right. A little bit more to that, but yeah, that first group, I can't put myself there anyway. But I really struggle to conceive of a person that left the cinema watching Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and was satisfied. Who is that person?
Yeah.
Genuinely, who is that left and was like, yeah, that was what I wanted. I think my big thing after watching it was, imagine paying to go and see... I know, you did.
Yes.
And I'll say it again. But like, that was my bit. And I'm not like, oh, how dumb you are. I don't mean it in that way. I mean, what a rip-off that is. Like, you paid to go see that in the cinema and it's just the most boring... nothing film.
Yeah.
You know? Like that's one of those films I might ask for my money back. Like I didn't see anything then.
Yeah. You may as well not put it on.
Yeah, you
might have had a better experience.
Turned off all the lights and I just would have had what's it called, prisoners cinema.
Yeah.
Where just like you start creating things in the dark. Like in a flotation tank or something. But anyway, yeah, that's Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Okay. My number 7 is The Ritual.
Okay, let's talk about it.
You want to talk about boring?
Yes, this is also...
I mean, fucking hell. Like, there might actually be nothing redeeming to say about The Ritual. The only reason that it's only at number 7 is because we do have some truly despicable shit we're still going to have to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I cannot think of a single redeeming thing to say about it.
I'm kind of in agreement. I don't know. I'm just not as incensed about it because to me it's just a boring horror movie. You know what I mean?
I think it's a testament to its numbing properties.
Yeah.
That you don't get angry about it.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't think it's got no representation at the Razzies, which I think is bonkers.
I think people think the same. It's just like, oh yeah, who cares?
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't deserve that. It doesn't deserve
apathy.
Total apathy. It deserves to be like scolded, you know?
I don't know. I'm kind of halfway between the two.
Okay. Because this is about the most documented exorcism in the history of man or whatever.
Yeah.
And you got Dan Stevens and Al Pacino making up like the two priests that are sort of in charge of the exorcisms. Yeah. But Like, I think there's a subplot about Dan Stevens wanting to fuck a nun, but then not.
Okay.
And Al Pacino has a funny accent, and that's his character.
Yes.
And then all of the exorcism stuff is just... I know we're talking about this in the wake of Evil, which has some great exorcism stuff, and obviously everyone always refers back to The Exorcist from the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, we never got better than that in terms of exorcism.
Well, I think I said during the review, the exorcism horror subgenre exists because of one film.
Yes.
And I don't think there's any other type of horror film you can say that about.
Yeah.
There was a wave of slashers. There was always going to be a first one. But there's a wave of slashers, a wave of giallo films, a wave of vampire movies and stuff like that. I mean, Dracula, the book, obviously is the granddaddy of... But generally, The Exorcist, that specific subgenre, exists because of The Exorcist.
Yes.
And nothing has done anything different with it since The Exorcist. One or two of, like the last exorcisms, that's something different. But yeah, otherwise, no, this is The Exorcist.
Yeah. And also you've got, like I said, there's some fun things in Evil, like Kristen accidentally getting an exorcism.
With the exception of Evil.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that's done it justice and done something different with
exactly.
it. Yeah.
But, I mean, the direction of this film is truly pathetic, I think.
Yes.
Because it's all handheld camera.
Okay, that's coming back to me as well. Yeah, kind of dizzying and just, boring. And also visually, no colour.
Considering that a lot of it takes place in churches.
Yeah.
Like incredibly cinematic locations. And there might be another film in the best list that we'll come to that kind of takes advantage of that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. This was...
And I get the impulse, which is just... Because the later film we're talking about is playful, and this film is dark. So therefore, that means you can have no colour, apparently.
Yeah.
Even though, isn't it a lot more jarring and offbeat and sinister when something is like well lit and vibrant and scary?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Why is it that colour? This is like sunny and light and something awful's happening, I
mean, I wouldn't know where to begin if I were to make something in the vein of, say, Requiem for a Dream.
Right.
But surely Requiem for a Dream is proof enough that you can make something dark and depressing and oppressive that's fun and vibrant, at least visually.
People say, like, oh, that's a film you watch once.
Yeah.
And I disagree. I get where they're coming from, but I disagree purely on that level. I just love seeing the filmmaking of it, throwing all the techniques at the screen and just making it interesting. I agree. But it's kind of the equivalent of that visual palette is... It's like, okay, we're doing a scary thing. Okay, it's like, just have some invention and wit and... because it's dark, you literally have to make it dark on screen, and that, I don't know, I guess Saw maybe is what's to blame, that sort of grey-green palette, and Hostel, Saw and Hostel, ugly, and just nothing new.
No, and that's the thing, it's not even invented, it is the most bland, barely thought about take.
Yeah, and the fact it's called The Ritual, just call it The Exorcist.
Yeah. Yeah. This was produced by BuzzFeed Studios as well. Okay. And you'd think with the amount of slop that BuzzFeed have been putting on the internet over the years, they would have the requisite funds to lend the film a few quid to get like a tripod,
isn't that
or some lights.
An even more bleak thought, isn't it? Is that it's not a function of funds, it's a function of vision. It's like, no, it could have looked better. This is what the guy wanted.
Yeah.
This was his vision for the film.
No, absolutely.
So... Yeah. Okay.
I hated it.
Yeah,
I really did.
Yeah,
I'm actually I don't know how many people saw it.
Yeah.
But the fact that it hasn't been represented more in like people's worst of the lists, I can only think that it's because the film is so numbing that you just block it out.
It's just slipped through the cracks.
Yeah.
It's because it is on many levels. It's not an emergent. Oh God, that was bad. In like a lot of ways, it's not that.
Yeah. I
think it is the kind of film that you probably have to be really into film to know why it's bad.
Yeah.
I think most people would find it dull, but like, that was just a film, wasn't it? That was just a big nothing film. But no, I agree with everything you've said about it.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 6 is The People's Joker.
We'll come back to it.
Okay.
Did you do this on purpose?
Nah, it always works out this way though.
Yeah. My number 6 is War of the Worlds.
So we can talk about it.
We can finally talk about it, yeah.
Okay.
The world's worst film of the year, I think it's safe to say.
Yeah. I would agree.
Again, I think it's basically up for everything at the Razzies.
Yes.
which is no surprise.
Yeah.
It's in every list that I've seen from people, like their worst of the year lists. It's like, if not at the bottom, then close to it.
Yes.
Totally get all of that.
Yeah. So this is the H.G. Wells story, I guess, but translated to a guy who works for the NSA. Is that what it is? Played by Ice Cube. Again, Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
There's like overlap there. Who, daily monitors everything in America. Single-handedly.
Yeah.
But
then the aliens come, and he has to save the world over Zoom.
So it's a screen life film.
Made during the pandemic, which makes sense.
Yes.
But they're not released until 5 years later.
Right. I was like, if you needed something to do, okay, but keep it as a home movie or something. Like, you don't have to inflict it upon the rest of us.
Yeah.
And the joy of this, because this is another one, like, it has to be so high because it is so fucking bad.
Yes.
But it's an entertaining watch.
Oh yeah, we've watched it.
We watched this a few times.
Yeah.
And that again is cutting to Ice Cube and just his single expression.
It's a fun double billing with the home.
Yeah.
Because whereas the home really it does suffer from Pete Davidson, but it is entertaining to see his total lack of reaction in the face of everything. Like you said, Ice Cube's one reaction is really what makes the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's him. The film is him, just his face on the screen, like doing that Ice Cube. He's got like the eyebrow thing that he does.
Yeah.
It's that, but like imagine that deployed for something sincere.
Yes.
And he can't make and him having to be like the dad that's kind of all nervous and anxious, and he's like, oh no, and it's you're meant to be Ice Cube in films.
Yeah.
Nothing else. NSA.
Yeah.
Was it Nigger Sans Attitude, I think is what I said at the time.
Right.
It's such like an Ice Cube beat. It's so funny, like it was the East Coast rap war, like all that's behind him. He's just like a dad in a cardigan now, but it's behind his computer with a grey beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just terrible effects and people that like you're just imagining, oh god, they just had this actor like run along the street holding a camera at themselves, like looking over their shoulder while just like quasar explosions happen above them or whatever.
The one element of the film that I don't think we've discussed in our review.
This is new. This wasn't in the review.
Yeah, this kind of came to our attention after the fact.
Yeah.
Because obviously they cut to a lot of it being War of the Worlds, even though it's over Zoom, you do see a lot of war happening.
Yes.
Alien invasions and armies fighting them and everything. Well, it transpires that a lot of that footage is real war footage.
Yes.
That they have CG'd alien spaceships into.
Yeah.
And I think there's even one shot where a plane falls out of the sky, hits the tarmac and explodes. And it turns out that's a real plane crash in which I think real people died.
Okay. You can't do that.
No, and the director actually pushed to include that. He was like, I want this in the film.
Yeah.
And so in secret, the visual effects artists, like I think over the course of one night, rebuilt that shot with CGI.
Yeah.
And then just didn't tell him. Because they were like, I cannot in all good conscience allow this to be used.
Yeah, and good for them.
Yeah.
Like, how did it happen that visual effects people sort of became these heroes of Hollywood?
Well, they are.
No, they are. It's a bit like the
basically
put upon and just,
Yeah, most films that come out of Hollywood nowadays are made by visual effects artists.
Yeah.
It's kind of it feels almost redundant these days to talk about directors and cinematographers because it's all made with visual effects.
Blockbuster movies, yeah.
Blockbuster movies, because the visual effects, like fight sequences in Marvel movies, they're even directed by a different guy.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of cases, the director just has oversight in the sense that they go, "Oh, I like the look of that." But they're not involved.
The script will say fight happens.
Yeah.
Now, like design it like a video game, like conceive it, which is a bad way of doing it.
Absolutely.
It is a bad way of doing it, but that's their job.
Yeah.
And they do it commendably and creditably. Yeah, and they're shit upon, and they're overworked, and just to have the moral conscience to kind of go, yeah, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, to give themselves more work.
Yeah.
In the face of, no, we have to do the right thing here.
Yes.
And I think for me, that's why it's lower down the list, because it's a more entertaining watch than The Home.
Yeah.
So originally, this was higher for me.
Okay.
But
as in closer to 1 or close to 10?
Closer to 10.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, lower, high. It's weird with the worst because it's all inverted, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why, for me, it's 8, right? So that's why, because it is entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But learning that component of it, it's like, oh, they wanted to include real war footage. And then, like...
Right, okay. So the director has elevated it rather than they haven't made it better for you.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's like, that actually kind of makes it harder to enjoy in a way.
Now there is an immoral component to it, whereas before it was just a bad film.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. My number 5 is All's Fair.
We're coming to it. We'll get there. My number 5 is Jafakin.
We'll come back to it.
Oh, yeah, you get one now. That's good.
My number 4 is Piglet.
We're getting to it. Maybe we should have consulted beforehand. Maybe we should have properly...
we knew this would happen. It always happens.
Okay, my number 4 is The People's Joker.
Okay, yes, let's talk about The People's Joker.
Yeah, okay.
So it was my number 6.
Yeah. This film shouldn't exist.
No, early candidate for worst of the year. I was pretty certain this
Yeah.
was going to be my worst of the year.
Yeah.
And in some ways it is.
Okay.
I think. It has gone down the list for 2 reasons, I think. One is memory. The anger is dissipated with time.
Okay.
And again, I'm not going back to these things. I'm happy to like revisit the good things. Like, oh, is it 2 or 3? You know?
Yeah.
But no, I'm not going back, especially this. And the fact that we gave it as much the credit of, well, okay, they're using everything they have at their disposal. So yeah, what The People's Joker is a fan film, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, no, not even. Because that doesn't come across. It comes across that they actually hate Batman.
Yes.
A trans person.
Yes.
Filmmaker. I don't know what they were before.
Is it Vera Lynn?
Vera something. No, Vera Lynn is weird.
Yeah, Vera Lynn's all right. Yeah. I can't remember the name.
It is Vera something.
Yeah.
I think they were, an online personality. I think maybe they edited on, maybe even Tim Robinson.
I think you said that.
Yeah,
in the
something
review,
like that. Yeah, and it was their passion project. They wanted to do their Batman movie where they're the Joker.
Yeah.
It's a Joker movie.
Yeah, it's a Joker movie, but it's a trans coming out.
It's a trans coming out thing, and it's sort of using the mythology of Batman and twisting it so it fits into like the queer thing.
Yeah. But the way that they twist it is not like, them becoming the Joker is kind of paralleling them coming out as trans.
No.
That stuff's in there. But the other ways they decide to twist the Batman mythology is, Batman's a rapist now.
Right. Yeah. There's no love for the material.
No. It's like, I was about to say, it should be illegal. It is illegal, what they're doing.
Yes.
You can't do this.
That's the big thing. The film shouldn't be allowed. Just purely on a rights level.
Yeah. You should not be allowed to. And maybe because Batman is such a massive property, people are more willing to be like, oh no, people should be able to.
Yeah, it's public domain. Just
there needs to be some. You can't just take a thing that's not yours.
Yeah, the greatest. We always say it about the Pooniverse, but the greatest argument for gatekeeping and for people having the rights to things.
Yes.
Yeah, because this is what happens.
Yeah, you get people like this who will do something in bad faith for purely selfish reasons.
Yeah.
And it reflects badly on the trans community as well, I think. Well, this is a film that they're expected to accept and celebrate.
Right. Well, this is probably the biggest gulf, right? I think everything on our lists has been badly reviewed.
Yeah.
This is the exception.
Yeah,
this is a well-reviewed film.
Positive reviews, yeah.
A lot of people really like this.
Because I think people appreciate the punk spirit of it. And the fact that it exists at all is like a little miracle for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's made... How do you explain how it's made? It's certainly bric-a-brac, but like what was just a green screen and flinging shit up on the green screen. That was most of it, right?
Yeah, there are some sequences where, because they can't film them, because they don't have the resources to film them, they'll do them as animatics. Yeah. And sometimes they'll use models, sometimes they'll use miniatures. And like you said, it's kind of the one thing...
Yes, the one redemptive atom.
I'm not even compelled to give it that. Because while I totally agree that that's a mindset that I wish more indie films would embrace...
Use what you have.
Zero budget films would embrace is don't be afraid to do that.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to, we can't make this sequence in
So get a bit weird and creative.
Yeah. But this film does a bad job of it, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's not ugly in an endearing way. It's just an ugly film.
It is ugly. It's garish.
Yeah.
I compared it to a bruise when I first saw it. It's like a bruise on culture and just the colour scheme. And it's vile to look at. It's it kind of has the quality of a scrapbook, a mosaic in like a cheap mosaic in a scrapbook like a teenager has made. But that's what this is, right? This is like a teenage girl got to make a fan film.
Yeah.
That's what this is. And yeah, it's fan fiction. It's, oh, what if we did like a queer thing with Batman? It's, oh, what if we did a vampire thing with 50 Shades? You know,
Yeah.
like the Twilight. It's that deal. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, Loathsome. I feel like it has some cameos in it of some celebrities. But anyway, yeah. You said that you think the trans community is badly represented.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think I said in the original review, this is a film totally devoid of dignity.
Yeah.
Like, it's the person in it of whom the film is nominally about. They say that, like, it does feel like they're kind of going, oh, kind of fuck you for not getting me.
Right.
As opposed to a film...
attitude, isn't it?
Yeah, but as opposed to a film like... We keep bringing it up. As opposed to a film like I Saw the TV Glow,
Right.
which does such a good job of outlining its worldview and how it feels to be trans, that you, someone who is not trans, felt a connection to it.
Yeah, not for that reason, obviously.
No, but because there was something about that character that you resonated with.
Right. Yes. And I wish I remembered more about it, because I remember my review being, I was angry.
Oh, the people's joker now.
Yeah.
Yes, no, you were.
Yeah, I was very angry.
Yeah.
And I think I even said, I was like, it makes me want to say these inflammatory, horrible things.
Yeah.
Which I did, obviously. And then, but you were like, no, fair enough. I said, I get it, because like the film has made you that angry.
Yeah.
I know you don't actually have those feelings. It's made you want to say that, and that's true.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. It makes me into a kind of virulent transphobe, and I'm just a transphobe usually.
Well, it's a film made in bad faith, and as such, I think it inspired bad faith in us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fuck this film. You know,
Yes.
it shouldn't exist.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of appalled that it does. That it was allowed to, especially since you said that the release was held up for so long because of all the legal
These rights
battles.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a bit like, you feel like it's been given some leeway because of the identity group of the person that made it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you and me then, let's go do a Batman film. Let's see if that's allowed.
See if that makes it through.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. My number 3 is Jafakin.
Here we go.
Yes.
We're starting to catch up on everything now.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, where do you begin with Jafakin? Well, Jafakin is a Peter Andre film. There's a lot of films this year where like a vehicle for someone, like, oh no, Ice Cube, Peter Andre, Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
I feel like that's maybe a little trend this year. I don't know if we had that a lot, 2024. But yeah, Peter Andre plays a Cockney, he's a bit of a Cockney sparrow. He's, he's a cheeky chappy, sort of wild boy.
Gary Buckle.
Even though is he Australian in it? I can't even remember if he keeps his accent.
I don't know.
Who cares? Same thing, prisoners. And then he somehow gets pulled into a scheme to impersonate a Jamaican gang lord who's in prison to go over to Jamaica and claim an inheritance meant for this guy so that he can pay for his nan, to stay in her nursing home.
Yes.
Otherwise it will be, I can't remember, like bulldozed by angry white capitalist or something.
No, I think she'll just be kicked out.
I know.
Because he's behind on the
That's
bills.
usually what it is, though.
Yeah.
It's like they're going to bulldoze the school
but
with
is
all
it-
the kids inside.
But they don't even do that. It's not even a case of like, oh, the nursing home's in danger. It's just like, no, you haven't been paying your bills, Peter Andre, so you don't get to benefit from the services anymore.
Yeah, this down on your luck then is just negligent. It's like, why am I supposed to relate to you?
Yeah.
You just haven't paid the bill. Like, yeah, she should be thrown. That's the way, the world works.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so...
I am curious why this is lower for you than The People's Joker. Given that you were angry at both films, but it felt like you kept that anger until we reviewed The People's Joker, whereas with Jafakin I had to remind you of how angry you got.
I'm allowing for the possibility that if I rewatched any of these things, they would move about the list.
Yeah.
That's always, that our lists, they have to be necessarily mobile, right?
Yeah.
Like, statically doesn't... So, like, if we went back to our 2023, 2024 list, I'm sure we'd rearrange them now.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But that's just, deal with it.
You have to draw a line under them at some point.
Exactly, right. I think just the fact that I did give The People's Joker that tiny bit of, well, they did a bunch of different things that were kind of resourceful.
Okay.
And this is just the most nonsense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Like, Five Nights at Freddy's is bland and it's convoluted. This is just, I don't really know what happened in this film.
Yeah.
It just keeps adding characters that are almost certainly the director's mates.
Yeah.
They have to be. All these Jamaican people, like Freddie Nwaka, I think his name was, just getting all his Jamaican mates in it.
Or he found a bunch of actors that cottoned on pretty quickly as to what they were involved in, so just left. So you had to keep recasting people.
Yeah.
Or getting new people in to replace people that were just like, fucking, this isn't for me, mate.
Yeah,
I don't want to be involved in this.
So there's nothing like a bad comedy.
Yeah.
People that think they're funny and they're not. And if memory serves, doesn't this film have like a kind of score that's meant to be, hey, this is a laugh?
Oh, potentially, yeah.
Which is awful as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, like there's a big twist ending, and I still don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
No.
And then you have the gag reel at the end where it's just like, oh no, Peter Andre, you weren't embarrassed. He doesn't come across as embarrassed. Maybe he was deeply.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, why did you do this? Because Peter Andre, he's somehow a likable guy in kind of British media.
Okay.
I think partly because he's married to Katie Price and she was the villain in that. I think.
Okay.
That's how the papers, the tabloids reported on it. But, 90s kind of breakout pop star, and then career plummeted, and then I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I was like, oh, we like that guy. And he's just sort of been orbiting the tabloids ever since.
Yeah.
And now this. It's like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
What is going on here?
You can't imagine someone that had a number one and then someone that kind of became a bit of a darling through a reality show.
Yeah.
They kind of refound fame again. You can't imagine them being involved in something so below amateur level.
Yeah.
Because this is a cheap looking film. It's
it's
clearly
cheap.
made for no money. A lot of the shots and scenes, you can tell that they were stolen.
Yeah.
There was no planning permission. There was no sets being built. It was all on location. Just film it while no one's looking, and then run.
And look, within a few years, you and I hope to try and make probably a really it's going to be very low budget film.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if that's where you're at, you've got to redeem it with a script.
Yeah.
Your script has to be witty and, and you don't get many of those, unfortunately, which I wonder why that is. That there aren't more low budget films that, like, someone made as a calling card. And, like, I'm a really good writer, but fucking getting your foot in the door. So I'm just going to write this really great script, but it's going to be really cheap.
Yeah.
Is it just that if it's a really good script, it does rise to the top of the pile?
Maybe.
Like, hopefully that's the case. But
well, wasn't Severance? Didn't they say on like one of the podcasts that was a spec script?
Well, of course,
that they then picked up because it was so good.
Spec, yeah. Well, it wasn't commissioned. Yeah.
Yeah.
A guy just wrote that, and they obviously got a Hollywood blacklist and everything every year.
Yeah.
But yeah, and thinking about it is odd that you don't get more of that. Like, God, on paper, that's like really good, but it just looks rubbish.
Yes.
Yeah. It looks cheap. But yeah, no, this is like a gang lord's hideout flat, and it's just clearly a council flat in with a flickering light and
a table that's clearly not the right size for the room that it's in.
I don't know who conceived of the scheme. I don't know really why, because it is clearly meant to be one guy, but it's actually another guy in the film, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah. We did laugh a couple of times. I think you said in the review there was like a 10-minute sequence where it felt like it was finally kicking in.
Yeah.
And they were genuine laughs. And then that stopped. At the film. Yeah. Is this a banana? And then shit like that. And what was the guy that speaks to him in a language you can't understand, and he asks someone what he said, and she goes, anything he said, whatever he said, that was correct.
Yeah, and then there's the line in that patois accent.
Yeah.
What is it? Not even a Snickers.
Yes.
Okay.
And they all happen really close together.
Yes.
So it gives
we enjoyed those things.
It gives you the false sense that the film is coming into its own.
Yes, as a bad film.
Yeah. And then they go to Jamaica.
Yes.
And it all gets worse somehow.
I'm not saying, I'm sure, when you think of Jamaica, you think of like coconuts and palm trees and stuff like that. I'm sure the reality, obviously, it's not quite that.
No.
But can you not have found anywhere in Jamaica that kind of looked nice? It looks like they made it look like a complete shithole.
But it's, in a way, there can be something refreshing about that, right? It's like, we're seeing the real Jamaica.
If it's cinematically interesting, yeah. Not rather than just, we filmed at the bus depot, but, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a bit of grass next to a bit of gravel. Just have him stand there. That looks good. Just keep adding characters, and then they dub his Jamaican voice, so it's not even Peter Andre doing a bad.
Yeah,
that would be entertaining at least.
Yeah,
Peter Andre, and I'm doing this now. But no, it's just like a clearly Rasta guy doing it. So yeah, anyway, just like on a filmmaking level, it's just piss poor.
Yeah,
like, yeah. If this got over to America, I'm sure it would be represented at the Razzies.
Okay,
but not even.
No.
Okay.
My number 3.
Yes.
Is Piglet.
Let's do Piglet.
Let's talk about Piglet.
Yeah.
This is actually higher than I expected it to be. I thought this was always going to be number 2.
Okay.
We'll get into number 2 in a moment, obviously. Yes. But yeah, like we saw this and another film very close together. Mm-hmm. And that was like, right, there can't be anything worse than this. I think you even said, like, if this doesn't make it into the bottom 10, you quit.
I quit. Turns out I did anyway, but then I unquit.
Yeah, this is another IP on you. It's a Piglet horror film.
Yes.
In name only.
Yes.
Which is the same problem as the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey films, is that there's nothing Piglet about Piglet in this. It's just a shit slasher movie.
Yeah, a guy in a mask.
Yeah. And it doesn't even look like Piglet.
No.
At least the Winnie the Pooh mask, you can look at that and go, oh, well, I know who that's supposed to be.
Right.
This is just a boar mask. It doesn't even look like Piglet.
Yeah.
You, again, got extremely angry at this because they had the nerve towards the end to try and have a go at being Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That's its cardinal sin, I think. And partly because it's such a departure from the uninventive, nothing directorial stance. Yeah. It's a film that there's a camera and they just film stuff. But then, because they were ripping off or doing an homage to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it actually looks distinctive for a second.
Yes.
Because they're ripping off the shots from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
And like over the last couple of years, my love for Texas Chainsaw has really kind of flowered. And it occupies me in that position as like greatest horror movie. So yeah, anything that's kind of just ripping it off and doing a bad job of it, and it's a cinema sin.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what they do. And completely sort of missing the point of Texas Chainsaw, famously quite bloodless. This isn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's like not well done.
It's bloodless in that it's dead and it has no heart and all the rest of it. But it's a slasher. It's a conventional slasher.
You also say as well that Texas Chainsaw is a film deliberately devoid of context and exposition.
That's right.
And this film uses the DNA of Texas Chainsaw to build a scene in which they're delivering exposition.
It's an exposition scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. What greater betrayal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That alone is like, oh, that's all you need to know. That even...
Yeah, that's it, in a nutshell.
Because I can see someone looking at our lists and going, all right, well, War of the Worlds is only like halfway through your list, and then after that, you just got like low-budget shit.
Yes.
It's like, well, these films... We deliberately don't think about these films in the end of the year discussions, because obviously they're worse than...
And that is something that occurred to me.
Yeah. But no, because I think these films... Firstly, you do have to pay to see them,
and you still got to be a person making it. You can't just do anything you want and go, yeah, but I'm not like but I'm not Spielberg.
But these are
make a snuff film then.
No, yeah, and you were kind of saying the same thing about already. You were kind of saying that these are the films that really call for good filmmaking to compensate for your lack of resources, right? And they just never do it.
No.
It just never happened. Like, they always seem to find the worst writers and the worst director and the worst actors.
Oh, yeah. And it's not like it's not been done. Yeah. We're not being too harsh here. The Evil Dead springs to mind. Peter Jackson's early horror films. People have done it.
Yeah.
On micro budgets.
Yeah.
Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
That's its strength. Is that it's clearly not a movie, right?
Yeah.
But... Yeah, no, so you need something. You need wit. You need wit and invention. Those are the things you need.
Yeah.
And I think I said with... I bring it up every now and again. J.J. Abrams' TED Talk, where he shows a clip from Jaws. And it's the scene where Brody asks for his son for a hug. And Abrams is like, see, that's what everyone that rips off Jaws, they take the shark stuff, but this is the stuff you should be ripping off.
Yes.
And in a nutshell, that's what Piglet is. Like, no, it wasn't the shot composition and the creepy dinner table.
No.
That was like what was so great about that. It was the absolute lack of understanding.
Yeah.
They ripped off the look of it. They ripped off the aesthetic.
Yes.
But the heart they forgot about that bit. Or it's just people that don't even understand what's so great about Texas. Like, oh yeah, it's fucking grim. It's like bones and it's blood. It's like, you're not a horror fan.
No.
Yeah, I have become a snob with horror.
Yeah,
I really have. I don't care.
And even that might be giving them too much credit, because it might just be simple as, oh, Winnie the Pooh is public domain now. Let's just make a Winnie the Pooh film and make money off it.
Oh yeah,
it could genuinely just be that. These could just genuinely be money making schemes. In which case, at least have the fucking decency to like do something with. Don't just stick a guy in a pig mask and then put a couple of lesbians in a jacuzzi that's not even generating any sound. Like that, the sound in this as well. It's like, I think we said in the review, that was probably one of the most unsettling scenes in the film.
Yeah,
was seeing these people in a jacuzzi where the water was silent.
Yeah, that was the starkest kind of amateurish moment.
Yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah, and also, if nothing else, get lesbians with their tits out. Like, I'm up for that. Like, at least make it sexy. They managed to not make it sexy.
Yeah.
It's like, it's one of the things of low budget horror is like, if nothing else, you can get a pulchritudinous blonde to get them out.
Yeah.
In very dubiously in the past. Like, it's a bit confusing, that whole thing in horror.
Yeah.
But, it's 2026, but 2025, then. Young women being, they're all liberated now. So, like, doing that kind of thing, they know what they're getting into. It's not, just cheap, cynical. And we know it's not, I know this isn't what's-his-face, Frake Waterfield.
No.
Or whatever. This is a distinct thing, isn't it?
I think so.
But maybe his company...
I think it's still ITN, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Say every time, it's like you'll go, yeah, I'll have one of those, I'll have one of those. It's like in an interview, go, oh, because of your love for the material. Yeah, whatever. He didn't actually, but that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
So you're not doing it out of any love, are you? It is purely money making.
Yeah.
And if at the end of all this, it's like, oh, I've accrued, I'm a millionaire now, and so I can make this thing I've always wanted to make, and it ends up being Citizen Kane, maybe I'll kind of go, all right, they were just films after all.
Yeah.
But barring Parasite, The Social Network, Citizen Kane, Casablanca, he can rot in hell. Okay.
And it's not, and he wasn't even involved in this.
No,
and yet,
it's still
such is his reputation already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 2?
Yes.
Is Mouse of Horrors.
We'll get to it.
Okay.
I mean, it's clear where it's going to be now.
Yes.
But we'll get to it.
Okay.
Because we've got to discuss my number 2 first.
Yeah.
Which is All's Fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, this is a lower for me than it is for you, obviously.
Yes.
Because this is a Ryan Murphy show about an all-female divorce firm. You got Kim Kardashian, who is, I guess, the show's main character, but also the one person who the show can't seem to wait to not look at.
Yes.
She's the one person where it feels like the whole thing is avoiding looking at her as long as possible because it knows that how little she can act.
It likes looking at her.
It likes looking at her,
avoiding getting her to do anything.
Yes, exactly.
Well, this is yet another, let's call it, I don't know, they're meant to be vehicles, so what can we do with that? For like Pete Davidson, all that. This is another one because it's built around Kim Kardashian.
Yes,
car crash. Let's just call it a car crash.
A Kim Kardashian car crash.
A card crash. A card crash.
A card crash.
Cardash. So like.
Oh, okay.
Card crashian. Kardashian. Kim Kardashian.
Yes.
There we go.
Kim crashed through the car dash.
Dashboard. Ian.
Into Ian. Some guy called Ian.
Some guy, poor bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lower for me for one reason, which this could very well have been number 1 or number 2.
Okay.
As it went on, I began to detect, to my eye, that it was deliberately trying to outrage and sort of being deliberately bad.
Okay.
In order to stoke social media flames.
Yes. And
to get people hate watching it the way some people hate watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Kardashian knows the power of the hate watch.
Yeah.
And when I started to cotton on or think that it was calculated, it didn't make me hate it less, but it made me want to anti-celebrate it less.
Okay.
Condemn it less. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's worthy of condemnation. It's a horrible thing, vacuum thing.
Yeah.
But, and I know you and I disagree on this.
I was going to say, what you're saying right now is precisely why it's my number 2.
Right.
Because I didn't watch Velma for the exact same reason. Because I knew it was going to be worst of the year. I knew that.
Yes.
But I deliberately stayed away from it because I knew that show was just trying to inflame people.
I'm removing myself in a way from critical kind of subjectivity. I'm kind of, if we're just going off what the show is, it probably would be 1 or 2, but I'm sort of not letting it be that. I'm kind of removing myself and going, well, how angry would I let a troll make me?
Yeah.
Nah, they're not having the satisfaction. Do you know what I mean? So even if it is actually 1 or 2, 2 for me, there is no getting over 1. But yeah, it's like, fuck them. They don't deserve my hate. They don't deserve to be the worst of the year.
No.
You know?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. No, but what you said is completely valid.
Yeah.
We just have different philosophies on
Well,
this.
just the fact that that's an aspiration. The fact that
right.
the best you can hope
but
for.
But you agree with it, though, that assessment? That
I know, yeah.
They probably were trying to... No, you agree that they were trying to make bad TV.
I think, in the end, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because like it was fun at the beginning to look at this and think, God, they just didn't know what kind of shit they were pumping out. And then by the end, it's like, oh God, they did. Yeah, this was the point.
The compelling thing for me is just how galling, how stark that pussy scene, you know, where like the husband's dead and then Sarah Paulson just keeps talking about a pussy or whatever.
Yeah.
Look, okay, no one of a certain professional level thinks that's remotely quality, right? Yeah. So it's that, and then just the fact that, this could well be just total ignorance and just taking the women viewers for granted. But the fact that they are shooting themselves in the foot when they should be constructing straw men and steel manning themselves in terms of men-women divorce kind of situations. Like, how hard is it? Just make the guy beat her, or just a dickhead, or whatever. She supported him, and then you obviously can do more complicated things. But and there's nothing remotely approaching anything that cut and dry. You know, it's cut and dry, if anything, the other way. So what are they doing here? Yeah. Is it like, it's to annoy men? It's the men are going to watch it and go, what the fuck does she... Look at that woman. It's just, she's cheated on him. And, you know, infidelity with men, it's a big, like... Yeah. It's our... What's that thing, like, men's biggest fear is their wives will cheat on them or something, or lie to them.
And women's is that kill.
Yeah. But cheating is still bad. Yeah, not as bad as killing. No. But cheating is still bad. And so, it's like, maybe to try and get, like, couples arguing as well, you know, and just that generating kind of heat and light. But I don't know what they were doing. I'm willing to put that political stuff down to, they just... women power. They've not even thought about that. They don't know they're putting a bad image across. But the Sarah Paulson high camp pussy stuff, no, that's self-conscious. Yes. And so, fuck them. They don't get to be worst of the year. Yeah. You know?
Okay. But, what does Sarah Paulson want at this point, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a con. I think the fact that every actor in it is an executive producer, I think it's, let's get millions off FX. Okay. And put none of it on the screen. Yeah. And just give ourselves healthy paychecks.
But, I mean, we've said that Sarah Paulson she's, like, done her time in terms of Ryan Murphy, and yet she still keeps... Like,
but you can make millions from this.
Yeah, but you can only make that gamble so many times.
But this is the first of its type as far as I'm aware.
No, I'm just mean in terms of... Yeah, but before this, Ryan Murphy had a reputation as like, oh, right, you just... Like, you're not good now.
No. But
maybe have never been good. That's how bad your stuff is now. Yeah.
Maybe it's purely that they have a friendship.
Okay.
She's his friend, so she does his things.
Yeah.
You know? And it's not like it's not a fun role to play. I'm sure. It is an insane, you know... But integrity is what's nice as well.
Yes.
Maybe have some of that.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's that.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, it's the only show showing up on my list. The most infamous show of the year.
Yes.
And it deserves all of the venom that it's getting.
Yeah, this is you said War of the Worlds is the world's worst, this is the world's worst TV show of the year. It was a question on Big Fat Quiz of the Year.
Oh, right.
Like, what is this stinker?
Yeah, basically. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you 10 points if you explain to me what the fuck this is about.
Yeah, you win if you can make me happy again.
Why aren't you happy? I saw All's Fair. I can't do it, mate.
There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
We're going to need a bigger whatever. I'm gonna need a bigger,
I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but we're going to need a bigger one.
We're going to need a bigger happy.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number one is that where we're at now?
We'll do it, yeah. This is our worst
Okay.
of the year. Well, your worst of the year first,
Yes.
which is...
My worst of the year is Monster, the Ed Gein story.
Okay.
I think a controversial pick for many people. A lot of people just sincerely love this.
Yeah.
Like it a lot.
Charlie Hunnam got a lot of praise for it.
Yeah, up for the Golden Globe, all
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And it's distinctly absent from your list in its entirety. It's not there at all.
No, it's not for me, no.
Yeah. So, the thing with TV, it's harder to make scripted television consistently awful, right? Like, All's Fair obviously is.
Yeah.
Because production tends to be of a certain level. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are more guardrails and more checks and balances. And so to get to number one of the worst thing of the year, it's the thing's morality has to be that rotten and putrid to trump all the awful films that are made. Because we said, a film, it really just requires a guy and whoever he can convince to do it.
Yeah.
And you have a film.
You can't have a loose cannon, a rogue person.
A rogue TV
Yeah,
maker.
just like accidentally make a TV show.
Yeah.
Or just make one on the cheap. It just doesn't, TV can't function like that.
Yeah, you can't make a TV show and hope to shop it around.
Yeah.
You know, a pilot maybe, but no, you like a film. Yeah, I'll make my film and then hopefully sell it.
You can't just get the BBC to show your show.
No.
TV, that, again,
It's a
TV
structure.
can't work like that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it just has to be that putrid at heart.
Yeah.
And this is. I had big problems with the Menendez installment. But it's just, again, there's a Ryan Murphy show called The Beauty that has just started.
Okay.
And they use, obviously we'll review it, but they use Easy Lover in that show,
Okay.
which was also used in the assassination of Gianni Versace.
Okay.
Memorable enough that I remembered its use. And that show came out years and years ago, watched it once, didn't particularly care for it, but I remember that song was used. And the fact that like the same guy has made it's obviously was iconic enough to stick in my mind, but has just used it again. One of the things it possibly points to is there's no distinction between just camp entertainment and true crime.
Okay.
And that is condensed to its most raw form in Monster the Ed Gein story, which is, it's just a bit of fun.
Right.
But it's real people.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's historical remove, so they probably you get away with more. But the fact that Ed Gein, I think, maybe killed 2 or 3 people, not that many, shot them. It's not gruesome particularly.
It's what he did after.
It's what he did after.
Yeah.
So it just has to contrive content. So it's him hallucinating, and those hallucinations involve possibly necrophilia.
Yeah.
Though it's not established as a hallucination in the show. There's no evidence to suggest he ever did it. Again, it's like, why would you take the word of a serial killer? But why wouldn't you? Like, in that he's been caught, they're talking to him and say, did you ever have sex with the bodies? They smell too bad. That's an answer that rings true with me.
Yeah.
It wasn't, oh God, how dare you suggest such a thing? It's no, they smell too bad.
Yeah.
Right? That's
'Cause
not an answer that shows you in the best light.
No, because you said the implication there is, I thought
I would have
about
done.
it, but practically, I didn't want to.
It was too gross.
Yeah.
Serial killers do get grossed out sometimes as well.
Yeah.
And so, but they just throw that in the show like it just happened, and with a protracted sequence of him fucking this corpse. There's also a lot of like Holocaust stuff in there because he was inspired by is Ilsa Koch? Was that her name?
That sounds right.
Yeah, Ilsa Koch's the butcher of Buchenwald or whatever they called her, that wanted to make lampshades out of the skin of Jewish prisoners and everything. And so you have sequences of kind of Holocaust concentration camp prisoners in their pajamas running over the hill, and he's seeing them, and it's like it just kind of used all this horrific history and just sort of being flippant about it, I suppose. And yeah, just you would leave thinking he would, like, you don't have to make Ed Gein worse. He was a pretty bad guy, right? You would leave thinking he did a lot worse than what he actually did, for one thing. On the other hand, it tries to endow him with a kind of redemptive grace at the end of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, none of us choose what we are. I've said before, if you could give a serial killer a pill that would unserial killerize him, that would be the ethical thing to do, right? But at the same time, like, okay, maybe he was schizophrenic or whatever, but he did what he did. The upshot of all this can't be, he was this misunderstood, misunderstood loner just on the plains in Kansas. Like, no. That's not. You've got to treat this stuff really delicately. And if you're going to do an Ed Gein movie or TV series, you better know why you're doing it.
Yeah.
And you better have a good philosophy around it and a good heart about it. And this is Ryan Murphy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not actually directly involved. He's just a producer, but it's a Ryan Murphy show in all but literal,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, it's called the Monster. It's called the Ed Gein story.
Yeah.
Monster, the Ed Gein story.
Yeah.
The definitive Ed Gein story.
Yeah.
And a lot of it just isn't true.
It's
you've already alluded to.
Yeah.
Alluded to.
And Charlie Hunnam, I don't know what he's doing with that voice. He kind of opts for that dog in that video, like, oh, my real, covering it with what?
Yeah.
You know, you listen. There's like one tape of Ed Gein, and he just kind of talks like that.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what that. It just shows, like, oh yeah, fuck, like his accuracy. It's creepy if he talks like that. It's that creepy. Oh, it's high pitched, so it's weirder. Okay.
Yeah.
Just do a serial killer thing then. Don't do the fucking Ed Gein story.
Yeah. It also has the nerve to kind of...
That does Texas Chainsaw as well.
It swallows up Texas Chainsaw, Psycho, and to a lesser extent Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
The big three films that have villains inspired by Ed Gein.
Yeah.
So yeah, it feels like it's not only do we have the entitlement to do an Ed Gein story, we're also kind of telling the story of those films as well.
Yes.
And the people in those films. Like one sequence involves... Who's the name of the Texas Chainsaw guy?
Toby Hooper.
Toby Hooper hallucinating himself chainsawing people in a mall.
Yeah, because you need content. It's a horror show, so you gotta have horror-y content.
Yeah.
And I've listened to a couple of Texas Chainsaw Massacre audio commentaries, and the way he comes across in the show, nothing remotely.
Yeah.
Talks very practically about his ideas, and in the show he comes this angry, like, oh yeah, fuck Vietnam, fuck it. No. That's in there, but no.
Tom Hollander plays Hitchcock. It's probably one of the worst Hitchcocks I've ever seen. There's a moment where they're in a replica of Ed Gein's house, and he's showing...
You mean in the Bates Motel, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, and he shows a guy...
Anthony Perkins,
Perkins, he shows him a bunch of vulvas.
That's what it comes down to. It's classless.
Yeah.
It's... If you're going to do that at all, which I would advise against, maybe.
Yeah.
But if you feel like you have to, if you say... Oh, here's a chest full of vulvas. Look at it. Shot of the chest opening. Reaction shot. That's enough. That's more horrific, actually.
Yeah.
But they show it because that's what this is. It's porn. It's horror porn.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. And then they decide to follow that up with the famous Hitchcock profile shot.
Right.
And it's just like, no!
Yeah.
Like, not only does he not look like Hitchcock, you haven't earned that at all.
No.
You haven't earned anything at all.
Yeah.
It's not on my list because... So there's another show that I would have liked to have included in my list, which is The Last of Us Season 2, which isn't there because at the end of the day, for as terrible as Bella Ramsey was and as terrible as the writing is, everything else is so good.
Yeah, it's technically incredibly well done.
Yeah, I couldn't justify it.
And its morality and philosophy is not that putrid that but all that stuff doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's annoying. It's woke and annoying, but it's not like... evil in that way. This is evil.
Yeah. Morally, this is one of definitely among the worst of the year. But I think it's kind of a similar thing where some of the other elements are done not even well, just competently enough.
No, it's competent. It's a professional Netflix production.
Yeah.
You know. It's how you stack the various criteria. Yeah. Right? So if it's like, oh yeah, it's a completely immoral thing, but it's really well made.
Yeah.
If that lowers it for you, fair enough. That's how you think. For me, if something just has a dark heart, that will always trump unprofessional filmmaking, especially when it's a professional production.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so, Ryan Murphy is the bane of television.
Okay.
He's the Zack Snyder of TV.
Right.
But Zack Snyder's not even immoral. Zack Snyder's just shit.
Yeah, he's just bad.
He's just shit.
Yeah.
Murphy's kind of evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, let's just do the gay camp version of Ed Gein. Die. Okay, so what's your number one?
Okay, well, it's no surprise.
Yes.
My number one is Mouse of Horrors.
My number two.
Yeah.
So again, would have been number one because, going back to on a filmmaking and production level, this is the worst thing of the year.
Most incompetent film of the year, but it has an incompetence that kind of borders on immoral in a way.
It's so bad, it's just,
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got our our own problem with the IP on you movement, with the fact that there are so many films, and this is not new to cinema. Like you've said in reviews before, like Tesco's used to sell DVDs where it seems like the whole point of them was for people to pick up the wrong film on accident.
It's called, Shark.
Yeah.
And it's
Transmorphers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Transmorphers is the perfect.
Yeah. Exactly. So this is just like the latest incarnation of that.
No, there's something, not a sketch necessarily, but there's like, what's the version of that with prestige films? Because it's always going to be alien movies and Transformer movies. What's the Tesco DVD version of like Schindler's List?
Oh, right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what are they going to do with that? Yeah. Okay, yeah, go on.
Yeah, this is just the latest incarnation of that kind of philosophy.
Yeah.
But they're using it with actual IP now. Actually, like Winnie the Pooh, like Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
And this is the thing, like Mouse of Horrors it's the next stage in its evolution.
Right.
In that now it's an Avengers type thing. It's combining
it's a versus movie.
It's Mickey Mouse versus Winnie the Pooh, which Winnie the Pooh...
Which it wasn't.
Barely features it.
Yeah, it wasn't even.
Yeah, there's nothing about the marketing or the poster or anything like that implies Winnie the Pooh's even in it. We just found a rogue screenshot on IMDb that showed him standing next to their Mickey Mouse, and we were like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we have to see what the fuck's going on there.
Yeah.
And it's another slasher film. It's Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
He works for Dr. Mouse.
Yes.
Who is a guy that's like, I need body parts to help build a bride.
That guy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Probably one of the worst.
The worst performance of the year.
Yeah. And this is a film that, again, it's never going to get represented at awards because it's so small.
Yeah.
But yeah, he should be up for worst actor of the year. Worse than Ice Cube. Worse than anyone else that they've done. Yeah, he wants to build a bride, so he's asking Mickey Mouse, who they just call the Mouse in this, because they don't even have the balls to use...
Yeah.
They use the iconography and everything, and they lure you in, but they don't even have the balls to use his name.
Yeah.
Go out, kill some people, bring me body parts. And then Winnie the Pooh is also there, and it seems to be setting it up for like this competition where they have to kill
that's
most
fun.
people. Yeah, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even... I think you said in the review, because this is Harry Boxley.
That's right.
Who I think has been involved in the Blood and Honey films. Maybe he wrote them.
He's like the go-to writer for the IP on new films.
Yeah. He doesn't even recognise the potential of his own scripts.
No, it's goldfish writing.
Yeah.
It forgets the logic implied by the last scene.
Yeah.
It forgets dialogue that suggested something else from 2 pages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's clearly just he's writing it.
Yeah.
He's just shitting it out and then they put it in production.
Yeah. It's set in a fun fair.
Yeah.
The potential of a fun fair.
I think the general cardinal sin of low-budget horror movies is not using what they have.
Yeah.
If you fail to do that, you really have no business doing this.
Yeah.
And this it does it.
Yeah.
This fails at that. And even, we said, I think we were watching it like, so you basically, the first instinct, okay, so a dodgem's going to go over someone's head.
Yeah.
Cool, all right. They don't do that. I think, does it happen? Someone gets electrocuted, maybe? It does.
They're about to do it and they cut to black, yeah.
It's a slasher.
It's what we're fucking here for.
It's supposed to be Gru and squelchy.
Yeah.
So literally, if it cut to a watermelon being bisected by a dodgem, I would find that charming and hilarious.
Yeah.
Just do that. You're not making fucking Schindler's List.
No.
You're not. And that not to excuse a bad script or whatever. Point is, no one's expecting it to look great.
Yeah.
So just make it fun.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that's something that's forgotten.
Yeah.
And why sometimes these films may not be represented in enough people's lists, because they go, well, of course it's going to be bad. It's a low budget slasher.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I know it's going to be bad. It's why I'm here.
Right.
I want to see what they do with that.
Exactly.
And they don't do fucking anything with that.
No, and it's not like we're willing to give the devil his due in the Screamboat.
Yeah.
There were things we liked about Screamboat.
Oh, Screamboat, for my money, and I haven't seen in a lot of these films, partially on principle, because we both felt like we had to step away from it after a certain while. I think Screamboat's the best version of that.
No, it is. The Screamboat is so far the best.
For the type of film that it is,
yeah.
I would even go as far to call it a good film, I think.
I know what you're saying. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely the best of the ones we've had so far.
It feels
by
like
some distance.
It feels like everything that we've criticised.
Yeah.
Mouse of Horrors and Blood and Honey and Piglet
does.
It does it.
It does.
It does it, and it does it right.
Yes.
It really does feel like that's a film that knows not just Mickey Mouse, but Disney.
Yeah.
And it's having fun with that knowledge. And
Yeah, I
it's
forgot that stuff.
Fun kills.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Mickey Mouse that they have in this is mouse-sized.
Yes.
So there's fun things that they do with scale and everything. The fact that the main character is like a fashion designer.
Yeah.
And she actually uses those skills in the finale to kind of trick the villain and defeat the villain.
And all that said, which is totally true.
Yeah.
In any reasonable year that we should, as conscious children of God, expect, Screamboat should be one of the worst films of the year.
It should be.
Do you know what I mean? Like, even as the props we give it, yes, true, but it should still be one of the worst films of the year.
It absolutely should be. But compared to this shit,
yeah, no.
Like I was tempted to call it a good film.
Yeah.
Just by comparison.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, and like the guy playing Mickey Mouse is detestable.
Yeah.
The special effects.
Oh, yeah.
To even call them special effects.
What's his name? Let's name check him again. Can you remember? Was it Ryan something?
Oh, Lewis something, yeah.
Yeah. Lewis Ryan? Ryan
No.
Lewis? I don't know. Yeah, Lewis something.
That's how special you are. We made a point of not remembering you.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that you should be called out.
Yeah.
Detestable. The sequence where Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse fight, and then that shark, that terrible CGI shark, jumps out of the water and bites Winnie the Pooh in half.
Yeah, the shark jumped the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the film, it's one of the few instances in cinema where we tunneled through rock bottom.
Yeah. It actually
There was
can't
no
get
way
worse
the
than
film
this.
could have gotten worse,
No.
and it did.
The only thing worse is genuine like rape and murder videos. Yeah.
No, it's disgusting and it's despicable, and to the point where I don't even think I can recommend it to people.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But like, that's the type of review that would make I can see someone hearing that and going, "Oh, I gotta see that." Please don't.
no, Screamboat is what you should watch.
Yeah, go see
watch
Screamboat. Because that's the thing with Mouse of Horror. It's so incompetent that you can't even hear what they're saying half the time.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. Just the scene where she's walking along with her dad, and it's meant to be this setting up the emotional stakes. Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just the lack of any emotional kind of reality.
Yeah.
And that like the mother is killed, and the next scene that her and the dad are just like fine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, move on.
Yeah.
Move on. And then that the scene where Dr. Mouse is just like leaving the room.
Yeah.
And he keeps coming back and reiterating exactly the same point.
And another thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's
like it is truly like unacceptable.
And filmed in Wales, which hurts a bit.
It does, it does hurt. It didn't factor into
No.
my decision, but it does hurt a little bit. And just the fact that at least with All's Fair, you have to buy a Hulu subscription to watch All's Fair.
Yeah.
But then you can just watch what's on Hulu. You don't have to think of your money going directly to All's Fair.
Yes.
You're not directly contributing to that. You have to buy Mouse of Horrors.
Yeah.
If you want to watch it legally, you have to spend like $5.99 on it.
Crucial qualifier caveat, though, isn't there?
Yeah.
If you want to watch it legally.
If you want to watch it legally, yeah. But that's the thing, like, that's why I'm totally fine saying it's the worst film of the year.
Yeah.
Because they expect money for this.
Oh, I agree. It is the worst film of the year,
Yeah.
100%, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was part of me earlier and he's like, if we just keep getting these IP on new films, they are just going to completely clog up the list. And so we just not, like, acknowledge that, yeah, they're the worst, but we're leaving them out of the list. And I don't think it's possible.
You say that, and yet, I mean, obviously Screamboat is so high up the list it doesn't even factor into the decision. Yeah. But Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare and Bambi the Reckoning, they weren't even contenders this year.
All bad, but they weren't even contenders for the worst.
Yeah. So I think you can. They've demonstrated, even within this rancid little sub-community.
Yeah.
There are distinctions to be made. They're not
100%.
They're not just all bad. Like, they are all bad, but they're not all as despicable.
We're not going to be lazy enough to just go, they're all equally.
Yeah.
They're not. Some have some things going for them.
Yes.
And Mouse of Horrors doesn't.
It genuinely has nothing going for it, yeah.
Okay, so that was our worst of the year.
Yeah.
Is there music now?
There can be.
Okay, music now. So we will now do our not worst, or as we've called it, our best. 2025.
Let's try and cheer ourselves up a little bit, because 2025, thankfully by the end of it, was not a write-off.
No, that's true.
In either sphere, film or TV. So yeah. start with my 10th best thing of the year.
Yes.
Which is the film Presence.
Yes. Very good.
Okay.
Yes.
Are we talking about
We're
it?
talking about
We're
it.
talking about
Yeah.
Presence. Okay.
Yeah, no, very high for me. Didn't quite crack the 10.
Yeah, I'll be honest. This was a toss-up between Presence and One Battle After Another, the number 10
Oh, really?
slot.
Okay.
Which might seem, for a lot of people, that might seem ridiculous, that Presence beat One Battle After Another. Because I think One Battle After Another is considered one of the best of the year for like pretty much everyone that saw it. Like you said, critics that have been doing this for 30 years were like, I've never seen a film.
Yeah.
I've never been so happy to talk about a film as I am talking
Which
about
is
this.
mental.
Yeah, it did damage its reputation a little bit for us going in because we expected more than what we got.
Yeah.
But I will say, when I rewatched it when I was making this list, because we did rewatch the good stuff.
We did.
That was the stuff we were happy going back to. I had a much better time with it.
Okay. But I rewatched it too.
Yeah.
Nothing changed really.
Okay.
You know, I know you said a lot of people would be surprised that you put Present. I'm surprised that One Battle is that high for you.
Okay.
Just because, again, the kind of one of the running jokes of the year is you were like, I think this is the best of the year for me. I'm like, tell your face, you know, tell your tone, tell your language.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
But I mean, the rewatch, like I said, helped it a lot. That first act is still a bit weird for me.
Yeah.
Because it does feel like the film is just kind of skimming over events so they can get to the
It's
stuff.
a montage, yeah.
Yeah, it covers so much ground in the first half hour, and then the last 2 hours, everything very deliberately and to its advantage moves so slowly.
Yeah.
But also so frenetically.
Yes.
That it disguises how little is kind of happening. But I like that shit. Like
we should.
I know we're not talking about One Battle, but it's like I'm building it up for a reason.
Okay.
All how frustrated he gets over the phone and everything, and obviously Benicio del Toro, like all of that's really fun. Presence for me though, it won over One Battle After Another for two reasons basically. The first one is the world loves One Battle After Another. Who saw Presence?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
It's a film that I feel a duty almost to kind of draw attention to because I liked it so much and because I know that it had such little impact when it came out. And the reason that I feel so compelled to draw attention to it is the second reason, and that's its ending.
Yeah, I think you can't discount. I think a lot of critics do discount emotion, visceral reactions to things, but that's what film is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can be all Kubrickian and arch, and there's a place for all that stuff. But if a thing makes you feel, and I'm thinking of it now, I think a good kind of meme almost for this is Casino Royale, right?
Okay.
You know, the opening scene where it's his second kill flashing back to his first?
Yes.
And the guy's like, oh, how was it? You know, your first kill. And he's like, you know, not pretty or whatever. And it's coming back. And then he says to him, made you feel it, did he? And to me, that kind of is a great little... It defines the Craig era, which is Bond, it stopped being tangible.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you felt the punches and he was bruised. And, you know, Vesper and that portrayal's like, made you feel it, did he?
Yeah.
And I think that with criticism, for me, anyway, that will kind of usually trump other considerations.
Yeah.
Something might be a masterpiece, but if something really got me in the feels, as they say, it's going to trump it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I won't spoil it. I don't want to spoil anything about it. All I'll say about the film is that it's a ghost in a house film, but it's from the ghost's perspective. Yeah. It's very unique.
A floating camera.
Yeah, floating camera. It's POV of the ghost, so you're just watching people...
Go about
their lives. And, like, all of that is very well done. But, yeah, the way that it ends... Like
haunting is the word, right?
Yeah.
Which is appropriate for a ghost movie.
It's one of the most, like... visceral emotional responses I've had to a film in a long time.
Right.
How could I not represent it in the best of the year?
Oh, it got us both.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, 100%. And like I said, it ranks very highly for me. It's a film I know I will return to probably over my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to see how differently I feel about it. But no, yeah, very good film.
Absolutely.
My number 10 is September 5th.
All right, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. This just ticks loads of my particular boxes, my little peccadillos, artistic peccadillos. I like 70s stuff. I like rooms where you can feel the smoke in the air.
Yeah.
You should premise it. It's based on it covers the 1972, it was the Munich Olympics and Black September, took a bunch of Israeli athletes hostage, killed a bunch of others, and then that kind of played out in front of the world on television.
Yeah.
And it's sort of the first event of its kind in that way. Kind of was a precursor to 9/11.
Yeah, it follows the team of people that are filming
Covering the news people, who are actually sports.
Well, that's what's so interesting is that they're not news people, but because they started the coverage, they're expected to continue it, so they're kind of out of their depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of like the terrorist stuff is kind of happening, not in the background, because they're all watching it throughout the film, but we're focusing on the people that are reporting on that event.
The media stance on it.
And it does really go into it. Like, there are moments where they're almost kind of discussing the morality of...
Yeah, I love those. A thing unfolding in real time that kind of throws up all these ethical questions. And
like the fact that the terrorists are able to watch the broadcast so they know how to avoid the police.
Yeah, that relationship between media and the real world is making this actually feeding the problem. And
Absolutely.
Don't Fuck With Cats is the kind of the go-to for all this. Yeah, and it's what a House of Dynamite should have been. Right?
Yeah.
A real-time crisis. Right, what are the moral implications if we do this, if we do that you never got from that film?
Yeah.
It was never any meat to it. And this is a very meaty film. Like a relatively low-budget, people in a room film where it's all about the conversations and what we do. And it's old news techniques, and it's paper, and it's, landlines.
Yeah.
And it's seeing how the... What do you call them? What's the term for it on the news?
Like ticker tape?
Not quite ticker tape, but basically...
Yeah, no, like the words and the fonts on the screen.
Yeah.
Seeing how that's all put together.
How that's put together. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I love analog reality.
Yeah. Outstanding editing as
Outstanding editing and an outstanding screenplay.
Yeah. Well, just the fact that they use stock footage.
Yeah.
To they're using stock footage of a guy that actually reported on the event, and it's so well integrated in terms of its editing and its screenplay. I thought that was an actor.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that they were reacting and speaking, having full blown conversations with stock footage from '72.
Yeah,
that's how well it's done.
Incredibly well done.
Yeah.
And just again, like the fact that it had backlash because, like, oh, how dare you make a film that just focuses on Israelis getting a raw deal?
Yeah.
That's like anything. It's just such a shame that in this day and age that anything that's not doing that is like scores points with me. But no, that's kind of the least of it in a way. It's just a really well made film, and the ensemble is really good. I love Ben Chaplin and Leonie Benesch, like a node on her rise, hopefully to or to a rise to whatever she wants to do.
Yes. She seems to be like the one actress where you're rooting for her, but. You want her to have what she wants.
I'm rooting for her to have, because it's like, oh, I want success for her, but I want her to be mine as well.
Okay,
so it's like, I don't want her to end up in Marvel. I want her to like get Oscar nominations and stuff like that.
Okay,
but and just it all comes down to that. What's that? The thing at the end? It's we were all just waiting to see what would happen.
Yeah,
because we wanted to film it. You know. Anyway, okay. So your number 9.
My number 9 is Caught Stealing.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. Again, kind of made it in over one battle after another, which I'm sure most people would consider to be the superior kind of crime caper thing.
Okay, yeah. Look, we don't think One Battle's not in our top 10, okay?
Yeah.
Just live with it. It's not in the top 10. Neither is Sinners.
No.
It's not happening.
Yeah. No, they're not showing up. And Caught Stealing, I think it had an all right response.
No, very well.
Yeah. I've seen, critics responded to it very well. I've seen a less positive audience reception.
Don't know why you even look.
Well, I'm just out of curiosity.
Okay, right.
Because I really gelled with it. Like, sometimes you just vibe with a film, and I really vibed with Caught Stealing.
It's the same. It's like it's a stratosphere, right?
Okay.
Whereas September 5th did that for me. I like the 70s cigarettes, all that kind of thing. Similarly, I love New York and I love 90s.
Yeah.
And it's really doing that, you know?
Yeah. Set in 1998, Austin Butler.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of gets embroiled in this criminal thing where Matt Smith is his neighbour. Matt Smith asks him to look after his cat while he goes away. But then these gangsters are looking for Matt Smith because he owes them money. Mm-hmm. They think Austin Butler is involved, and so they kick the shit out of him.
Yes.
And that kind of gets him involved in this thing in which he's totally out of his depth.
Yes.
And until he starts showing his teeth as... I can't remember her name.
Zoe Kravitz?
No. The Jewish woman at the end. She was in... I'm sure she was in...
Carol Kane.
Carol Kane, yeah. Yeah, she's like, if you can't bite, don't show your teeth.
Right.
And so, as the film goes on, he starts showing his teeth.
Yes.
It's like really well done. I love the cinematography of it.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Because it does feel like it's trying to make New York a character in that film. Just like the size and the scale of what's happening. Like when he's running through a shop, you see all of the shelves. And you see the Twin Towers in the background, which I said to you, I don't think I've ever seen that before. A film that's not directly about 9/11, acknowledging that Twin Towers used to exist. When he's trying to get on the train.
That's the thing, it's one of its powers, right? It's because it's 98 as well, so it's the end of something.
Yeah.
It's the end of a certain type of New York and a certain way of life.
Yes.
Where it's still phone booths and all that kind of thing.
No, absolutely. Yeah. And again, when he's trying to get on the train with Matt Smith, they're running away from the Russian mobster.
Yeah.
Or Ukrainian. I'm not sure which one. I think Ukrainian, maybe.
Yeah.
And he's wearing like a Giants hat that he stole off Austin Butler in the film. And so in order to get away from him, he's like, that Giants fan's talking shit about the other sports team.
Right.
And so all the New Yorkers start attacking him. And
like Screenboat, it's like kind of New Yorkers or like Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. Like they're characters in it. It's the New York attitude and solidarity is
It's got some pep and it's got some rhythm to it.
Spunk. It's unexpected because it's Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah, Darren Aronofsky films aren't usually this palatable in terms of like they're not the most miserable experience.
Well, Darren Aronofsky, Requiem for a Dream, great. Pi before that, and that's the thing. This is set in '98 because that's when Pi came out, his first movie. So there's a nice circularity to that. And again, like I Lost New York, Black Swan, good, but very varying returns. Like Mother is rubbish.
Okay,
or Mother is rubbish.
Right. Noah, did you have
Noah is rubbish.
Okay.
The Whale, good performance, but like not the most cinematic film, and just kind of also incredibly bleak. And then suddenly is a movie.
Yeah. Is
this like thriller adrenaline movie, and it's like, where'd that come from?
And I think that's one of the things I love most about it is that this is a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's an old-fashioned movie. It feels like a film. It doesn't just feel like a film that's set in 1998. It feels like a film from 1998.
Also, I think 70s and 90s have a lot in common. It also feels a lot like a 70s thriller.
Yeah.
But also a 90s thriller.
Yeah,
because it just does it.
Yeah, it's a film that just happens. It doesn't. It's not commenting on its age or its time.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it has to justify its own existence in any way. It doesn't feel like it's buckling under the weight of its own ambition or that it's trying to be the most of the thing that it is.
Yeah.
It's just this little crime film that's just like, all right, I'm here for 90 minutes or an hour 40, whatever it is. I'm going to do my thing.
It just throws the characters into something.
Yeah.
And like I said when we reviewed it, like, I think a New York bar in 1998 is on some subconscious level always where I want to be.
Yeah.
So it kind of taps into that as well. Yeah, no, very good. One of my favourite directed films of the year.
Definitely. Yeah.
My number 9 is Warfare.
Okay.
Talking about
it, yeah.
Okay.
I think this was another film that had negative reaction because of its perceived imbalance.
Latinization of American military. It's not that. Like Caught Stealing, I suppose. It has characters and it throws them into something.
Yeah.
And it's just about them trying to survive. It ignores international politics and socio blah blah.
Yeah.
It's just about a group of soldiers trying to survive. Why they're there, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's about people just trying to live. And of course, it happened.
Yeah.
Directed by a guy that was there, Ray Mendoza.
Yeah. Bolstered by Alex Garland. Yeah.
Yes. One of the most visceral war movies I've seen. I was going to say in a long time, but that I've seen. Just, it feels so real.
Yeah.
And I know Ray Mendoza said to people like, well, how would you know? Which I understand that response. Like, well, how would you know? It's like, well, I don't, but you've made me feel like...
I trust you.
I trust you.
Yeah.
Again, great cast. A great cast of young men that I think represent the next generation of great actors, a lot of them. Like Joseph Quinn and Cosmo Jarvis.
Absolutely,
And just the technical aspects, the sound. You know?
Yeah, I mean, this is a sound film through and through. Yeah, which I don't think was represented at the Oscars.
No.
I don't know if it was too small to ever be represented, but...
Too small, too early, I think.
Okay.
But, just before all the fireworks, just the wind and a dog barking, and you're there.
Yeah.
You're there. And it plays out in real time, and it's just this totally... Yeah, it's a visceral experience.
There's really no escape as well, which kind of adds to
there.
how harrowing it is. Because I think early in the film, or maybe like a third of the way through the film... Was it Joseph Quinn that gets like his leg blown off, or his stomach gets opened up?
Gets injured, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and he is screaming for the rest of the film because they can't help him.
Yeah.
They can't fix him,
and
we're not allowed to let time pass, so he's screaming for an hour because he's in pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just incredibly well executed film. Yeah. Okay.
My number 8.
Yes.
Companion.
Again, narrowly missed out. Just probably 11.
And that's a shame.
Yeah.
Because I really like Companion. For what it is.
One of my favourite screenplays of the year.
Yeah, I think for what it is, and I hope we said it in the review, it's kind of a perfect script.
Yeah.
Because it really does.
Yeah.
Like, this is a film that's, I mean, it looks more competent than Mouse of Horrors and The People's Joke and everything like that.
Yeah.
But this does feel like a film that's using everything it's got.
It's an airtight script, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the premise is, well, again, it feels like a spoiler, even though it happens quite early in the film.
Yeah.
To kind of give away what's going on.
Depends what you want to say about it.
Well,
we might not have to.
I didn't know going in that she was what she was.
Okay, I didn't know, but I got it very quickly.
And like I said, they give the game enough away early on
Yeah.
that the rest of the film becomes about using that.
Yeah.
And it becomes about that. I guess I'll put a little spoiler warning here just because we can't say anything.
Yeah, and also it's been long enough. You know, like there's no real need to avoid.
So Sophie Thatcher?
Yeah.
Yeah. She plays the main character who initially you think she's human, turns out she's a robot.
Yes.
She's like a sex robot basically for Jack Quaid. She's brought to this cabin, the idea being that she is going to jailbreak her programming so that she can kill someone, but then it gets out of hand and she kind of goes rogue.
Yes.
And she's just trying, like, it's not like an evil robot film. And that's one of the things I really liked about it.
It's a good robot film.
Yeah, no, she's just like, she's becomes aware of what she is and she just wants to survive. She's not like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you, I'm gonna kill you all then. They're the monsters, the people that are trying to use her.
It's only the very end that she sort of takes some agency and like, right, okay, I'm getting my own back.
But again, not to an evil end.
No, it's not an evil robot film.
Yeah.
No, not at all. It's they're using her. They want to steal this guy's money. It's like, oh, it's a good story if she goes wrong and kills him. Yeah, we get scot-free.
And of course, when she finally gets her hands on her own settings, like the fun they have with that, her manipulating her voice so that she can pass like voice, so she can sound like the guy, so the car will start. And she changes her language because she can't lie. So when the cop is trying to ask her what she's doing, she changes the language setting so that she's not lying to him, but he can't understand her.
Yes.
Really uses like a lot of great stuff.
I think it's obviously she's kind of known as a scream queen to an extent now.
Yeah.
But like if Heretic didn't do it, this should be a star-making performance in film. She is very good in it.
Absolutely.
And again, great ensemble. That's kind of a running theme, I think, of all these films. Very good ensembles.
And everyone is kind of there for a reason. There's no extraneous characters.
It's an airtight script. It's a proper structured screenplay. Yeah, no, I agree. Very, very good.
Absolutely.
My number 8 is Alien Earth.
We're going to talk about it.
Yes.
No crossover so far, interestingly.
There will be, won't there?
Okay.
This is, I suppose, the thing of the year I feel I have to defend. Just because it feels like there's been so much, again, not from critics, but backlash from fans.
Yeah.
That seem to not like it because it's not like Alien.
Even though bits of it are very much like...
Bits of it very much are. You get your Alien film in the middle of it.
Yeah, well, not just that. Like the growiness of it. And in some capacity, the way that it's made. And the tone and pace of it. A lot of it feels like it's not trying to do Alien 1. But this is clearly made by a guy that knows and likes Alien 1.
Oh, yeah. And Noah Hawley's the master of the adaptation, isn't he? Mixing and remixing material.
Yeah.
I've seen, like, some people, they'll criticize things about, like, oh, that's stupid. I mean, this is toxic fandom, right?
Okay.
You get a lot with sci-fi. But people will go, like, look, if what you're describing, you just watch Alien Romulus.
Okay.
It came out recently. Just watch that. That's what you want. They're like, and it's always like this, the response is always, no, fuck you. It's like, no, it's totally legitimate. If you just want an Alien movie, Alien Romulus is perfect for you.
Yeah.
This is trying to do something different and something more. It's trying to deepen it, right?
Yeah.
It's not just a slasher movie, basically.
Yeah.
I love Alien, but this is Alien Earth.
Yes.
It's about the humans and non-humans.
Yeah.
Synths.
And what it means to be human.
What it means to be human.
And where does the line between being human start and end?
It's a very ambitious show. And Hawley has talked about it, saying, if the question in an Alien film is who survives in the cast, the question on my show is, will humanity survive?
Okay.
Yeah, it's doing something a bit bigger. So it's not all going to be the xenomorph chasing people down corridors. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I want that stuff too.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, just, again, on a filmmaking level, immaculately conceived.
Yeah.
And it's those first 2 episodes, I know for a lot of people, yourself included, after those first 2, it was a little bit of a deflation.
I think that's the only reason it's not represented in my list anywhere, is because, I really liked those first 2 episodes because they were a surprise.
They were a major surprise.
I thought it was going to be a kind of ephemeral, like, people in rooms vaguely talking about ideas and stuff.
Right.
And it was this action show kind of to start with. And I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't become what I feared it was going to, but it gets closer to it than the first 2 episodes.
I agree. And the first 2 are peaks. But yeah, for me, it stayed strong enough, that it wasn't an issue.
Yeah.
And Babu Sise kind of break out for him. He's like, oh, okay, that guy.
Yeah.
Surprise breakout character. Once again, ensemble. Timothy Oliphant, great. Samuel Blankin, I think, as Boy Cavalier. Great, like, who's that guy?
Yeah.
It's just all very well done, I love Noah Hawley and his work, and he's sort of done it again for me with Alien.
Okay. Is this a sweaty show? I remember it being a sweaty show.
Yeah, it's Thailand, so it's very sweaty.
Yeah, people aren't allowed to be sweaty anymore. So it was nice to see a sweaty show again.
Again, throwback. That's very 70s. You look at 70s, 80s films, every cunt is sweating. Yeah, and it's conspicuous. You go, oh, why is that? Why don't I? What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
And then you realise what it is. Like, oh yeah, it's like people don't look like people anymore.
No.
So the thing that, I told you, it was Gene Hackman from either The French Connection or Conversation, and Timothy Chalamet. It's when film stars stop being ugly.
Yeah.
It's like, kind of, Anyway, okay, what's your number 7?
My number 7, weapons.
Weapons.
Let's
talk about it.
Very surprised by weapons. I mean, I kind of went in and not knowing what it was going to be by design.
Yeah.
I think that is, like, that's what anyone who's going into weapons
The
should
marketing was, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, you should know as little as possible going into weapons, because it's the type of film that benefits from surprise.
Yes.
Not to the point where I think there's nothing here if you know what's going to happen going in. But
No.
there is. It adds a lot to kind of that surprise. The fact that it's a Rashomon film that's from all these different perspectives, that seems to go quite far away from its core premise.
Yeah.
With like the cop and the junkie, and then manages to kind of fold it back into something quite tight and well constructed.
Yes.
Just how bizarre things get with like Gladys.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean,
iconic villain.
Iconic villain that's being represented at the Oscars, which is great.
Yes. Yeah, this is. I think people are thinking of this as a watershed year for horror, because there's quite a lot of horror films represented.
Yeah.
Artsy horror films.
But it's still getting some representation. Great, like, iconography as well, obviously with the kids running.
Yes.
Benedict Wong, that whole sequence with him, which is just bizarre and weird and kind of horrific and great.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, a film that I don't feel too comfortable saying too much about. Because I don't want to give anything away. But yeah, the starting premise is a whole classroom of kids run away.
At the same time.
On the same night. 2:17, is it?
I think 3:70.
Or 3:17 a.m.
That was the marketing.
Yeah.
This happened.
Yeah, this event happened.
What?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And this is the town going, hang on, what? No, this isn't right. What the fuck's going on?
Yes. And now, like you with One Battle, this is something I rewatched and liked more on the rewatch because I knew what it was.
Yeah.
And like Companion, it's a very airtight script. It's a very structured, revealing information at like one bit at a time, and it's very well put together. That's not what I thought it was going to be, and it's not what I wanted when I saw it.
I think you wanted something a bit more, not vague, but something a bit more inconspicuous, right?
Something more vague. Yeah, no, vague is good. Something more vague, something more ambiguity, I think, is the key thing. That premise...
Not inconspicuous. No, I guess... What am I trying to say there?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Like, what the hell was that? A singular, I suppose. Something a bit more like, what is that strange thing that came out of nowhere and just disappeared again?
I think ambiguity is the key word.
Okay.
Which is... That setup had the ring of like those great like creepypastas or that sort of thing.
Okay.
All these kids were missing. Ooh, okay. Now I know most people are going to go wanting to know. It's going to be the curiosity that drives them. They're going to want an answer, and they won't be satisfied if they don't get an answer, and that's fine. But I'm just not that viewer. I know I said it's my problem. It's not the film's problem.
Yeah.
For what it is, it's like the perfect version of it. It's not. That's not. I wanted something that was like a bit more. I suppose more like Picnic at Hanging Rock.
Okay.
Which is, these schoolgirls go to this wilderness, it's like Hanging Rock is, what would you call it? What's a luru? What would you call that? Is rock.
Oh, it's just big rock.
A monolith.
Right?
Like a monolith. A monolith, rock monolith. And, there's a weird vibe anyway. They're like, something's wrong. And then they vanish. And no one ever figured out where they went. And we still don't know. And the film is kind of doing other things. And the Picnic at Hanging Rock inspired season 2 of The Leftovers, when the girls just go missing.
Right.
That's stuff I like.
Yeah.
I like the creepiness of that, the dread, and like, what happened? Because things are weird before that. The opening shot of Picnic at Hanging Rock and the music, they used it into the Texas Chainsaw documentary.
Okay.
And it is unsettling for some reason.
Yeah.
And that's what I like in horror. I like, why am I really creeped out by that?
Okay.
And it's not to slam weapons again. Ultimately, this ranks quite highly for me as well. I just wanted something where I left going, I think maybe I know what happened, but I don't. And like, I'm kind of just at my core, I'm a little bit shaken.
Yeah.
But it's not that. It's a very functional...
No.
It starts as a mystery, and then it just reveals what it is bit by bit.
And I do think it deserves to be credited for that, because that is such a great premise. Kids go missing at the same time under mysterious circumstances. Yeah. They can't possibly come up with a good explanation as to what happened. I think they do. I think it's a good answer to the question.
I was thinking, I was going to say it's not a great explanation, but then I'm realizing, no, what I wanted was no explanation.
Yes.
so
I think if you are going to go down the route of explaining it, Weapons does a really good job.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
And Gladys is a villain for the ages.
Yes.
I'm going to be a bit fair and say that while it's a good performance and a good character, it's also helped by the fact that if I create a character that's got big orange hair and big makeup on its cheek, you're kind of going for iconic.
Yes.
And it's built into it. So in a way, it's kind of unfair, but it also happens to be a good performance and one that might very well win her the Oscar.
Yeah.
So, okay. That was your number 7, yes?
It was.
My number 7 is Severance Season 2.
Okay. We're not going to talk about it
Thank
yet.
God. Okay.
We're going to talk about it now. My number 6 is Severance Season 2.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Not best of the year, as it turns out.
No, we did think that early on, didn't we?
Yeah. Which is kind of nice that
it is.
things
You always
get
want
better.
That. You always want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that it still got represented. I think there was a bit of a little dip for me. I didn't love the Cobell episode.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
Yeah. And I think I wasn't as hot on I can't remember his wife's name now.
Gemma. No, that's the actress. No, Gemma is the...
Yeah, Gemma.
Yeah.
Like, her episode was praised, like, oh, this is one of the best episodes of the season. Yeah. And it was all right. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was great, like, a visual flair to it and everything.
Yeah. Well, again, it's because it revealed something. It was a big...
Yeah. I think it was because, for me, one of the things I really liked about the beginning of the season is that it felt like things were happening a lot faster than you'd expect them to.
Right.
So that, to me, it filled me with confidence, because it was like, oh, the show really knows what it's doing. Yeah. Because it's not like waiting to do things.
It's a weird thing with Severance, which is I love it.
Yeah.
And it's iconic. I think I said when we reviewed it, like, if you just put anything that has colour into that world, it's just by definition iconic.
Yeah. The blue balloons.
Yeah. A goat.
Does a goat have colour?
No, not really. It was a real goat, though.
It was a real goat.
Yeah. And yet, when I don't leave it and don't watch it for a while, I sort of forget. I need to be back in the world of it to, like, get it all again.
Okay.
But, like Alien Earth, the most praised episode was the 5th, which is the episode on the ship, which is Alien, basically. And I get why. But yeah, not my favourite episode. And yeah, it's similarly... What was it called? Chikai Bardo?
Yeah.
Not my favourite episode. The stuff I like in Severance Season 2 that's like coming to mind... I mean, I love Tremel Tillman's performance.
Oh, fantastic. You want to talk about a villain for the ages.
Yeah. Standout performance. Well, is he? Anti-hero.
He is for now.
For now, yeah. It's the scenes like Zach Cherry going for the job interview at the...
the door
company.
Yeah.
That's the stuff I really love in Severance. It's those weird little moments.
Yeah.
And just the guy gets offended when he makes like one particular door joke.
Yeah.
And it's like, why that one? And it's like, well, because.
Yeah.
That's the stuff I really love. I love the first half of the season, I think probably more than the second half.
Yeah. Because it does slow down. It does feel like it got a little ahead of itself. So it kind of has to peel back a little bit.
But again, just a genius idea.
Yeah.
That it throws up so many questions.
Yeah.
So many, and it's dealing with a lot of them.
Yeah, it really is. And also, kind of fuck that guy. the writer, for being able to create a world that is so well constructed and so tightly constructed, but he's also able to like have a big band sequence.
Yeah, there's whim, and it's navigating all those tones. The best shows, right? Like I would say The Leftovers and stuff like that. They're very serious and also incredibly absurd.
Yeah, and
just this broad comedy all of a sudden, like a guy that thinks he's a dog, and but then that on a dime that becomes tragic. And it's just like, how do they do it? These people, these fucking talented cunts. And it's just such a dense show. It like Succession. When I think of Succession because of the language, I think, oh, that's so rich. I just want to. It's like a big dessert. Succession, and I sort of feel the same way about Severance, despite its coldness.
Yeah.
It's such a rich show. There's so much to sink your teeth into. It's like a big eclair.
I think I remember seeing when Tramell Chilman's character, when he gets his like performance review.
Yeah.
Because everything in Severance is so like designed, deliberately designed. I remember seeing people on Reddit talking about how like genuinely beautiful that document was.
Yeah, and
they were like, I would love to receive a performance review that was like formatted like that.
And just again, the way he speaks, that that dialogue, devour feculence, like all that kind of thing.
Yeah, the fact, this like creepy guy.
Yeah,
that's able to say lines like that and do things like when he's like giving Zach Cherry whatever he's giving him, and then he just sprints out of the room. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, and obviously that scene resonated with me particularly, where the superior says to him, use like fewer words, basically. That hit home.
Yeah.
Use shorter words, and he's like, just fuck off, you dickhead. It's so rich. I just feel like really, like I don't deserve it almost when I watch it, It's like, what have I done to deserve this?
Yeah.
Yeah, just great. And again, one of those shows, like, it was made for me.
Yeah. But it also seemed to be, this was the year that people found Severance.
Yes, it was a breakout. Like, it was long expected to win.
Yeah.
All the Emmys and all that kind of stuff. It didn't.
No.
We'll get to why.
Maybe we will, yeah. But I'm glad people found it. And I hope that going into the third season, that doesn't corrupt it in any way. I doubt that it will, because it feels so singular.
Yeah.
In its
and we got to credit Ben
moment.
Stiller as well, because he's sort of the showrunner as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would recommend you listen to the podcast.
Okay.
A lot of good stuff comes out of that. My number 6 is 28 Years Later.
We're going to talk about that.
Okay. Yeah. Again, one of the best directed films of the year.
Yeah.
Electric, spiky, punky, an established franchise that people, attach a lot of love to now. 28 Days is kind of this cult hit. And yet, he still comes at it like a director that hasn't been sanded down by a studio.
Yeah.
That is just doing what he wants. That's certainly what it feels like. Yeah, we're just going to go off now and have this little montage of like old marching. That sequence, right?
Yeah, we're not gonna have a soundtrack so much as we're gonna have poetry in this scene.
Yeah, recitation of poetry, and this big fuck off alpha just with his dick out, and Jimmy Savile alikes
ninjas.
Like. You just got to applaud that.
Yeah.
You just got to respect that so much.
No, I think I said in the review, and I don't know if I'm paraphrasing myself correctly here, but I think the sentiment I was trying to get across was, we kind of alluded to it in the worst lists, that like when you're working with fewer resources or a smaller budget, you're kind of forced to, if you're doing it well, you're kind of forced to be a bit more punky and just kind of like, oh, we're just using what we've got.
Yeah.
And it seems like 28 Years Later is doing that on a bigger... It shows that idea is scalable. You can create a film that has these bizarre, like, all of a sudden the camera will just whip around a zombie for kind of no real reason.
Yeah, it shows why film is director's medium.
Yeah. And like you said, spiky editing and very off-kilter music.
Yeah.
And that you can do that on a bigger scale. That's not just the realm of the indie.
Yeah.
That's kind of something that Danny Boyle was able to bring to... like a big zombie franchise at this point.
Yeah, him and Garland, they work very well together.
Yeah.
Obviously 28 Days Later and Sunshine and and great performances.
Yeah.
Good child lead that's not irritating at all.
Yeah.
Jodie Comer's brilliant. Ray Fiennes is brilliant.
Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson is likeable in it. So it's got to be doing something right.
A very British film as well, which is quite nice.
Yes, it is, isn't it? All very northern and great.
Which is it doesn't feel like, because it's quite a zombie thing. It's a very like universal thing.
Zombies feel American.
Yeah, it feels like you think of zombies nowadays, you think of The Walking Dead. It's all in like Georgia.
Yeah, unlike Living Dead, obviously Romero comes out, but like one of the big appeals of Shaun Dead is like, imagine that, but in Hackney or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like
and now like you said, it's doing it with this where like they're all northern and whatnot. But also the fact that in the 28 years later universe, it's just Britain.
Yeah,
the rest of the world is fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Just no one's going to come here.
Yeah.
Other than Swedes every now and again.
Yeah, just to kind of keep an eye on what's going on.
Yeah. No, from the opening scene of the zombies coming in, they're watching Teletubbies, and the zombies coming in and just destroying the children.
Yeah.
I was like, you got my attention. Great. And I'm obviously very excited to see the sequel, which you've already seen.
I have. I'll say nothing about it here.
Okay.
But there just wasn't any room for 28 years later in my list, unfortunately. But again, it's maybe my number 8. It's like just below One Battle After Another for me.
8 films.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we were doing a top 10 and just films, it would have been there.
Okay.
Number 5. Wake Up Dead Man.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Not right now, though.
Oh.
My number 5 is Pluribus.
We'll talk about it.
And right now?
Right now! It's my number 4!
Okay. He did it again.
Yeah. The man that created Breaking Bad apparently had greatness left to give.
Yeah. Yeah, it was such a relief.
Yeah.
I'm not even just as like a fan, because if he makes a bad show, ultimately, what do I care? He made Breaking Bad.
He made Breaking Bad, yeah. Like David Chase never made anything better than The Sopranos, did he?
Never will.
Never will. But yeah, Vince Gilligan was like, no, I got something in me.
I'm glad for him.
Yeah,
genuinely, like the goodwill that's generated. He obviously seems like the nicest guy in the world. Basically, set this in Albuquerque so that he could keep his crew working that he got to know over all these years. And you root for him. You really root for him. Again, this has been the object of toxic fandom.
Okay.
Nothing happens. What's going on? What's it about?
Again, it's a show that's kind of like the less you know, the better.
Yeah.
But the basic premise, which I think is fine to give away because it happens fairly quickly, all of humanity is absorbed into a hive mind.
Yes.
Except for like 13 people. The main one of which we follow is Ray Seahorn, plays Carol Sturcker, who's kind of like a trashy author of like female
romantasy, I think it's called.
Romantasy fiction.
Yeah.
And she's like completely on her own. But they send like a person that she thinks she'll like.
Yeah, a chaperone.
A chaperone to kind of like help her through. Because they're really nice. Like they want to assimilate her into the hive mind.
It's a biological imperative.
Yeah, it's a biological imperative that you will become one of us.
Yeah.
But for the time being, we will treat you as nicely as we possibly
can. Whatever you want. We just want to make you happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ray Seahorn is like, no, I want to fix the world. This is wrong what's happening to you.
Yeah.
But then it somehow, even though there's only really like, if you count the hive mind, there's only like 5 characters. Despite the fact that there is a lot of people in the show. Yeah. They managed to open that up into, right, so you've got this one character who just like will not accept anything that they do.
He, for me, is one of the breakout characters of the year.
Yeah.
Like, I love that character.
Yeah.
Just the
doesn't matter how difficult it makes life for him.
Yeah.
He will not acknowledge them. He will not accept their help.
They offer to just, when he has to walk through the Darien Gap.
Yeah.
And he has to leave his precious car behind that he loves as like a classic car.
Yeah.
They're like, look, we'll transport your car for you. And he burns it just to show them, I don't want you doing a single damn thing for me. I'd rather burn my car than have you do me a single favor.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's that line's like, nothing is yours to give. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. That's how I'd want to be him.
Yeah.
In that world.
But I think the reality is we'd all probably end up being a Carol.
Yes.
A lot of us would end up being a Carol.
A lot of us would end up being Diabate.
Yes, yeah. Who's like the other end of the scale where he can't wait to take advantage of this.
They just got those 3, the monk, the hedonist, and then everyone else in between.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And I think you said during the review as well, it's a show that's kind of like demanding that you ask questions about its world. Yeah. And try and find problems with it.
Yeah, you can't help but... Would that make sense? Like, an early one for me was there's a siren. There's an ambulance, and they was like, why are they using the siren? They don't have to clear the road. But it's like, oh, probably for her, so she knows help is coming.
Yeah.
So and you don't want to do that. You don't want to nitpick, but it does. It's so kind of thought through that you make yourself very vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
If you introduce any logic into this. And so the rest go, oh, no, okay. So everything has got to make sense now. You can't falter.
No.
You can't lose an inch.
You said, you can't have rogue extras.
No.
Because it's a hive mind. Everyone is serving a purpose now.
You can't have cars in the background.
Can't have cars in the background.
Planes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it feels like a show that has total control over itself.
Yeah. And beautiful.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's kind of great that he's made another show in Albuquerque that doesn't feel like Breaking Bad.
No, it has its own visual language.
Yeah.
Even though it's a lot of, not similar, but like just gorgeous compositions and everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like Saul or Breaking Bad.
No.
And for me, The Gap, which for a lot of people was the worst episode,
Yeah.
is probably my favourite on balance.
Okay.
Oh, it's up there, certainly. The first one, obviously, is a singular standout thing.
Yeah.
But that Gap, just the cinematography of him travelling through South America is just amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing cinema. Yeah.
As he teaches himself English.
Yeah.
So he can communicate with Carol.
Yeah.
The determination of that character.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's kind of inspiring, isn't it?
No, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Manusos Oviedo. Yeah, it's a global show. It has to be a global show, and it does feel like a global show. They made it feel like one. And I like that there are times, there were for me a couple of times where, not that I started to kind of be won over by them, but kind of go devil's advocate and sort of go, if I'm Carol, maybe it is better to go with, because she's depressed, right?
Yeah.
She's a clearly clinically depressed person. And she's talking to Zoja, and Zoja's like, it's wonderful, you feel better. And you look at Carol, you go, oh, maybe for you, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So it does throw up these scenarios, but then in the finale you have that
sequence with the goat.
And it's like, oh, that's just such a beautiful condensation of why they're evil without finger wagging and going, yeah, look, it's just, you get it. It's just like, if you have any heart, you kind of go, yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah.
And to me, the sentence that came to my mind was, because nothing is special. That's what it is. That's what's wrong with them.
Yeah.
Nothing is special.
Except Pluribus. Pluribus is quite special.
Pluribus is special. Maybe we should leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Watch it.
My number 4 is Wake Up Dead Man.
Ah, there you go.
Yes.
Okay, then.
Let's talk about it. This was the church thing you were on about.
Yeah. Really makes use of its church.
It does.
I mean, it's among my favourite cinematography of the year.
It is your favourite, right?
Yeah, it might actually be my favourite, in part because of its use of lights.
Yes.
Not just in the church, which is a great subtle...
what a great... It's almost theatrical, like a lighting cue in a play.
Yeah.
Like when we get to this bit of dialogue, how the sun come out a little bit.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And when the character is kind of being cynical about religion, the sun falls away. But then when someone is like acknowledging what they say, but then saying, "Oh no, actually, isn't that what makes it great?" And then the sun comes back out.
Which could be totally hokey.
Yeah.
But it's so naturally achieved.
Yeah.
You never. Yeah.
And then kind of it's more taking more creative license, and it's a bit more fantastical in its portrayals, like the red sun during the flashback at the beginning, or when he thinks he sees Josh Brolin coming out of the crypt.
Yes.
And it's kind of like he's in the bush and it's like flashing and...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like, like the Knives Out films were always good looking films, like handsome films, but the emphasis was always on the acting and the writing. Mm-hmm. This feels like it's finally, the filmmaking took a step up this time as well.
I think most things are a step up from the first two films.
Yeah.
The ensemble... strong, but maybe the weakest so far.
Yeah, it seems less concerned with... Like, it doesn't pay much attention to the people that aren't the real suspects.
Yeah, and it's a total nitpick.
Yeah.
It's because this is like a 5-star film for me. It's a total nitpick. But yeah, it's not quite as... They're not quite as vibrant and colourful as the earlier films. But Josh O'Connor, great performance.
Yeah.
A great lead performance.
Yes.
And the fact that, it's a murder mystery and you have all that kind of fun, parlour game fun of that, but it's actually tackling a serious subject sincerely.
Yeah.
Which is faith and the church. And
it really does feel like a film that it has its own idea about how a religion should be thought of and approached.
Right.
But it's also willing to entertain the other side. It's not... single-minded in I want to criticize religion or I want to bolster religion. It's like, no, let's explore religion.
Rian Johnson's obviously an atheist. Blanc is clearly him in that respect. But that giving God his due.
Yes.
It's like, you don't leave thinking that. You think that, he got off his atheist rant.
Yeah.
But the whole point is Josh O'Connor just wants to be a good priest. And again, the great moment in the film where the road to Damascus moment.
Yeah.
where he realizes that's probably the best moment in the film, I would say.
Okay.
Where he realizes, what am I doing? I'm just dicking around with a detective.
I mean, it's a great example of what we kind of alluded to before. When we were talking about Severance, you were saying, like, oh, all the great things are able to... they have great tonal control. Something that is laugh out loud funny suddenly becomes tragic.
Yeah.
That's a perfect moment.
Yeah.
Of that moment where it's a funny scene where the woman keeps talking over him.
And they just want to get a bit of information, and she's a chatty Cathy, and that's the scene.
Yeah. And then in an instant, he realizes he's lost his way.
Yeah.
And that this is a woman who genuinely needs him, and he's like, oh yeah, I was being dismissive of her a moment ago.
Yeah.
No, it's like over 2.5 hours.
It's long, yeah.
But it's not a film that feels like it's being indulgent or wasting its time.
Not at all. Yeah, great script, great dialogue, as always, Yeah, great performances, great final shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. It was nice. Like, after, obviously we loved Knives Out, we liked Glass Onion. I think we still would, but our opinion of it has gone down a little bit.
Yeah.
So for Wake Up Dead Man to be kind of like this is just like unambiguously good. This is just like a well done film.
Yeah, and I'm staying away really from anyone that's like plot hole in. I don't want to know, because that is what kind of ruined Glass Onion.
Yeah.
If I didn't notice it, I don't care.
Yeah. And I think there are still people out there that will never forgive Rian Johnson for The Last Jedi. And I think it's a shame, because I think he has done...
The Last Jedi isn't even that terrible. It's just not it's not a Star Wars movie, that's all.
Well, I think this film is a great case study of no, the guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Everything else he's done has been really good.
Yeah.
Looper, Brick, the Ozymandias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least with Ozymandias, you could be like, oh, but that was in the framework of
course,
Breaking Bad. Where it's like, no, this is... No. Knives Out is his baby.
Yes.
This franchise is his baby.
Poker Face,
yeah. But look where he's able to... Look where he's taken it this time.
Yeah.
It was a much needed shift in focus as well, because the second film felt like it was more overtly comedic. And it was trying
also a bit too much.
Yeah.
It's a big island with a big, glass onion at the centre of it. It was like... Yeah, maybe a bit too much. It's Murder at the Vicarage, It's
a film that feels more kind of naturalistic and grounded in its setting.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that Benoit Blanc is just becoming more of a cartoon character with every
more of a
film.
Falcon Leghorn.
Yeah. No, it was great fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Top 3 now. My number 3, my favourite film of the year, Marty Supreme.
We'll talk about it.
Ooh, okay.
But not now.
Okay. My
number 3 is The Rehearsal Season 2.
Not quite yet.
See, and this is what was going to happen. Okay.
My number 2, The Pit.
We'll talk about
Season
it.
1. Okay. Right.
Not yet, though.
No, not yet.
And my number 2 is Marty Supreme.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also your favourite film of the year?
Yes, my favourite film of the year. It's this and Wake Up Dead Man, obviously. And Wake Up Dead Man came toward the end of the year, and we were like, okay, the best film of the year. And then we saw Marty Supreme.
Yeah, exactly. Fair play to him. Fair play to Josh Safdie. Fair play to Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, he got the Oscar nomination. I'm so happy that he did.
Yeah, it was
Josh
great.
Safdie.
We knew Timothy Chalamet would be up, but the fact that Josh Safdie's up as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh, good. Okay, he deserves it.
Yeah. It's Josh then,
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw this on New Year's Eve.
We did, yeah.
And, that was the first thing said when we left, right? It was like, oh, so it's him then.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Benny. I just do. Yeah, we recently reviewed this, relatively speaking, so it's all just there. Like, do we recapitulate all of it? But
well, it's interesting because it's sort of not the opposite of Wake Up Dead Man. But like I just said, that one of the things I like about Wake Up Dead Man is that it's a 2.5 hour film, over 2.5 hour film that doesn't feel like it's indulgent or there's any filler or that it's wasting its time. It all feels like everything that's there feels like it has purpose.
Yeah.
But Marty Supreme is a film that it is over 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff in there
that a ruthless script editor would go, why?
Yeah.
Why have you done this?
Weird scenes like the Holocaust sequence where you're going,
right,
I don't really know what that was for.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's there.
I wouldn't take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, no, a guy doing what he wants. And we said, because of the nature of it's set in the 50s, you can't just wander off and steal a scene as you might have been able to in Uncut Gems or Good Time.
Yeah.
You have to design it, right?
Yeah, kind of probably one of the biggest strengths of the film is to make it feel like... What's the thing that you saw an interview with Josh Safdie?
Yeah, this is kind of I saw it after the film, so that brought up a few fresh points.
Okay.
But it occurred to me as well, outside of that interview, because his name is Marty Mauser in the film.
Okay.
Yeah, he does have a rodentine quality, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Mauser, you know. They made him look a bit more ratty, and they've given him... This big story doing the rounds is Gwyneth Paltrow said to him, give him skincare tips.
Okay.
But it was like stuff they put on his face.
Oh, okay.
Like little blemishes and warts, and she saw his face, she's like, oh yeah, this is how you clear all that, but he doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to an interview with Josh Safdie, who, when you hear him talk, you understand how his films are the way they are.
It's so breathless.
Just keeps going, tangents, but never like, it's all interesting, you know? And he talked about how, because the film uses 80s music.
Yeah.
So, well, the 50s was a time of great patriotism and great optimism in America. After World War II, it was the picket fence era. And then the 80s under Reagan was similarly America, you know, Rocky IV. And so they were kind of connected in that way. And we're kind of there now with some people under Trump. It's a similar, people who support him are experiencing something similar. And so I found that really interesting. And he spoke about, I think you're alluding to, you have to create the illusion of stealing the film from reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, not true of all directors, but for him, that's how he makes films.
Yeah.
The illusion that you just filmed a thing that was happening in front of you.
Yeah. It's like, we fancy filming a scene in a bar now, let's just go do that.
Yeah.
No, there's all of these considerations you have to put in. Like the fact that, it all has to be era accurate, and there is a plot that we are trying to like stick to.
Yeah. No, this is what a Josh Safdie film looks like in the 50s.
Yeah.
A 50s Josh Safdie film.
And yet it doesn't feel like a period piece in the slightest.
That's what I mean. It's a Josh Safdie film. And similarly, it's not a Chalamet film, whatever that is. It's a Josh Safdie film. And he's brought Chalamet into his world.
Yeah.
And I saw another interview with him where someone said to him, is this a sports movie? And he's like, well, yeah, but so is Saturday Night Fever.
Okay.
And he just says things, I'm like, oh yeah, of course it is. There's a big contest coming up. And it's the lead up to the contest, and that's what a sports movie is. Yeah. And that's what this is. It is a sports movie. It just doesn't feel like one a lot of the time. But yeah, again, just tick so many boxes for me. It's such a New York film. Yeah. So it has Marianne from Brooklyn as like the first person you see on the Howard Stern show. And it's a Jewish film, and it's an unabashedly proud Jewish film. Yeah. And he talks a lot about that. I just loved it. I really loved it. I didn't know what to expect. I thought a ping pong movie, maybe. Yeah. And now they've gone their separate ways. It's just not going to be the same. And it's with Josh, it's so the same. And yeah, we just left and we were just kind of silent for a while. I think I just said to you, look, I know we just saw it and Wake of Dead Man, but I think that might be the best film that you... Yeah.
No doubt.
So, yeah.
And if this is a technique that stays only with Safdie, then...
Josh, you mean?
Or Josh Safdie, then I'm totally fine with it. But this idea of having... like a couple of leads, certainly your main lead, but then maybe one supporting actor who is a big, competent Hollywood actor in a film full of people that are not actors.
Entirely, yeah.
Totally, ranging from just unknowns to people that literally they're not actors.
Yeah.
It just so
it's like people,
works.
New Yorkers that went viral on TikTok for
New Yorkers that went viral, or people like Penn Jillette or Tyler the Creator, where they're not actors. That's not what they do.
Or Abel Ferrara.
Yeah. Abel Ferrara, or. What's the name of the rich guy?
Kevin O'Leary,
Kevin O'Leary, who is so well suited to that role. We thought he was an actor.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known.
No.
Yeah, I really thought, I saw another interview, yet another one with Josh Safdie, where he said the original ending was the reveal that Kevin O'Leary's character was a vampire.
Yeah.
And he bites Marty, and that's kind of how the film ends. So I was like, we were like, oh, thank God they didn't do that. But then, if they had done it, it might have been one of those, like the Holocaust sequence, where you go, yeah, okay. Weirdly just works.
I mean, it's something we didn't bring up in the review, but that whole, like, I'm a vampire, I lived for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
There was a moment in that where I was like, is this the film just fucking with me? Or, like, am I supposed to believe him? Or is he just trying to freak Marty out?
Well, because the vibe of that film, because it is so electric and so dynamic and, like, he's doing whatever he wants, is what it feels like. I was watching it thinking, okay, I think it's a metaphor for there'll always be a me around. Yeah. Like, I am white money and power. Like, you'll never beat me.
Yeah.
The waspy kind of thing. But I think watching it in the cinema, I was like, is that going to happen now? Is he a vampire?
Yeah.
But no, he's not. And I'm kind of glad that it just ended up, you got the triumph of him winning over the real life ping pong player, the Japanese guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without equivocation, it's a recommendation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What's your number one?
Number one, we're there.
Yes.
The best thing of the year for me, my favourite show of the year, The Rehearsal Season 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, we know what my number one is now.
Yeah.
But
we'll get to it. It's
we'll get to it. I just want to say, because this harkens back to what we said at the very beginning of the podcast, which is feeling and all that kind of thing. Okay. But The Rehearsal, if there's a work of genius from this year, it's The Rehearsal Season 2.
There's genuinely nothing like The Rehearsal Season 2.
Nothing like it.
That is. I said in the Severance review that it was kind of singular in its vision and what it was doing. No, The Rehearsal is... It's kind of like TV's Shadow of the Colossus, in which, Shadow of the Colossus is a game that came out in 2005 on the PS2, and there have been no clones.
Yes.
Because I'm sure people have tried, but I just don't think you can do it.
Right.
I think that is something that is so singular and perfect, it can't be replicated.
Yeah.
The Rehearsal might be that for TV, I think.
Yeah, it's... Genius is thrown around a lot. And I think both of us are very conscious about using it.
Yeah.
Even about things we love. Never call it genius. But this is something I genuinely would use that term for. I'm not saying he's a genius. I don't know what he is. But he's not autistic. I know that.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not autistic.
The show is genius. Just the concept of it. And the fact it's such an obscure niche cult show.
Yeah.
But it's massive. He flies a plane in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He builds an airport in it.
He builds an it. It's so big. And yeah, just the whole idea of it. And season 1 of The Rehearsal is great, but season 2 is just such a...
Yeah.
That idea of, there's a problem with air travel. There's something happening in cockpits. And just devising the whole... And just the way things are revealed that, and you find out, no, for the last year, he's been learning how to fly.
2 years, I think.
2 years.
Yeah.
He's been learning how to...
Because he wasn't even that good at it to start with.
Yeah.
But he kept at it. Because he was just trying to make a point.
And on top of that, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And, the Chelsea Sullenberger stuff and Evanescence and also poignant.
Yeah.
The ending of the season is genuinely emotional and quite poignant.
Yeah, reusing comedic beats to genuinely dramatic effect.
Yeah, for the character of Nathan Fielder, whatever that is, whatever this is. Yeah, I mean, it's so layered and complicated, and we've reviewed it already, so I'm tempted to just say, go listen to that.
Yeah.
But there is nothing like it.
No.
You can genuinely say that about it. There's nothing like it. And it should have won all the critics awards.
Yeah.
TCA, which it didn't. Studio won. Studio's good, It's not The fucking Rehearsal.
No, it's absolutely not.
And obviously, is it a comedy series? Is it a documentary? Who knows? Let's just call it a comedy because it's funny.
Yeah.
And it should have swept everything, and it didn't. But, time will be very, very kind to it. I hope its reputation grows with time.
And it was nice for me, personally. Mouse of Horrors is the worst thing, my worst thing of the year. And I said that it's one of those rare instances where I thought we were at rock bottom and we somehow tunneled through. Mm-hmm. We were watching The Rehearsal, and I was kind of endeared enough to it that I thought, this is as good as it's going to get. This is a good show, and we've kind of hit it. And then the third episode happened, and it just shot through.
Yes.
Cloud top? What's the opposite of rock bottom?
The stratosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's this is just in a league of its own now.
Yeah, and it just kept doing that, didn't it? It kept, and then by the end, I think we turned to just did he learn to fucking fly? And it's definitely TV you feel like you don't deserve, because it's who's he doing this for?
Yeah.
It's us. He's doing it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Okay. My number one.
Yeah.
To no surprise.
Okay.
Is The Pit.
Yeah. A show that I'm very fond of as well. Yes. My number 2.
Yes. Yeah. The reason it goes over everything is that it made me feel.
Yeah.
Made me feel it. Obviously, it's kind of built in. It's a medical drama. But never sentimental.
No.
It's very real. Obviously, it's the most accurate medical drama ever made.
Yeah. By design, and it's great that they were able to maintain that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I love about When Wake Up Dead Man was my favourite film of the year. The thing I loved about that and The Pit was that, it's nice that the two best things of the year are also kind of populist.
Yeah.
If I sat down and watched Wake Up Dead Man with anybody, they'd basically enjoy it.
Yeah.
My mum, my dad. And the same with The Pit. The Pit is the one thing. It's like my father loves it, my mother loves it, I love it, you love it, your mum loves it, right?
Yeah.
It's like everyone loves The Pit. You just can't not like The Pit. It's so endearing, and I like that it can be a populist. It doesn't have to be this. It doesn't have to be the zone of interest, which I love, obviously.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to be the best. It can be this medical drama.
Yeah.
And just, it was, again, such a surprise. Just, okay, new medical drama's been well reviewed. By obligation, I have to see what it's like.
Yeah.
And then just the verisimilitude and the speed is like, something's happening. And it just grows on you. And Noah Wyle is just like, that character. Just the dignity of that character and the gravitas. And it's just like, oh, can he please be my doctor?
Yes.
Like, if you want any doctor. And just the cast, and you root for them, and you miss them. I think read a review when it was over, it was like, the critic said, I haven't said this in a very long time, but I'm going to miss these people.
Yeah.
And it's replicating that feeling, because TV at its best back in the day was you hang out with your friends every week. That's literally Friends. That's what Friends was. And The Pit that's what they're doing. Every year you get a season that starts in January and it ends in April. And that's going to be the model going forward. It's been renewed for season 3 already.
Good. Yeah,
and that's old school TV, which is, good, I get to be with my friends now.
Which I think a lot of people have been craving for a long time.
Yeah.
Not just
absolutely.
Yeah, not just TV where you genuinely like the people that you're watching.
Yeah.
But
appointment television.
Reliable television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, Gilligan, I love you, mate. But don't be saying, I don't know how long it's going to take. I think someone said pluribus from when they started working on it to when season 2 will probably be on. All of Breaking Bad happened in that time span.
Wow. Okay.
And it's like, we've had masterpieces
that
were you got to make a season a year. What are you, a fucking monkey? Like, it's that's your job. You got to write TV and do TV. Okay, I know it's hard, but now it just seems like, because there's so much TV and it pays so well, that they just let creators take 2 years. Like, who cares? I care.
Yeah.
And everyone else cares. I mean, Stranger Things is obviously the ne plus ultra of it, whereas like they're just adults now. There's not even any pretense.
Yeah,
no, The Pit is...
Was I right in seeing that, like, someone did a list of all of the TV shows that started and finished just between season 4 and season 5 of Stranger Things?
Yeah.
I think What We Do in the Shadows was one of them.
Right.
Which is
possibly
Succession, 6 seasons?
Yeah.
Succession, I think, was one of them as well, yeah. And it's like, that's not on.
No, especially for that pile of shit. I mean, like, when season 2 of Pluribus is great, and we finally get it, we'll just be so happy, we'll probably be like, if it took you that long, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, it's annoying. But The Pit, no, they're just like, season a year.
Yeah.
And it's not like, because it's not as good. I did think coming into season 2, but they're making season 1, went straight into production. I was like, I'm worried. Like, it's just not going to be. And it's so not a problem.
Oh, they know what they're doing.
They really know what they're doing.
They really do, yeah.
Yeah, I can't say enough about how much I like it. It made me cry, makes me laugh.
The mass shooting episodes are just like some among the best episodes of the year. Were it not for the rehearsal, they probably would be my favourite episodes of the year. But I mean, like we see, season 2 is happening now, and obviously we'll talk about it when it's properly over. But it kind of confirms everything you're saying, where when we see Noah Wyle on his motorbike on his way back to the hospital, it's like, oh, friend,
my friend,
I've missed you.
Yeah, and I just the feeling at the end of the first season where they've gone through this thing and he walks off home. I think watching it with my mother and my father, they were like, both of them, that thing of only, and I was going home, you just leave going, that was really good. Yeah. You just feel like so positive about it. And I think I've read a lot of people, and it's true, say it's impressive, not just in its technical accuracy and its acting and all that kind of stuff. It's humanity. Yeah. That's what's impressed about the show, is that it's about people that care about each other and care about their patients. And we need that. Yeah. You need that.
Such a human show. And not just, like you said, not just in how people love each other. Like this, whenever they always try and take...
support network.
Yeah, the support network. And they like, if a patient dies, they always try and take a beat to acknowledge their death and to kind of see them off out of the mortal world. But also how human, and like the guy that ends up punching the charge nurse, right? Because he's so frustrated with having to wait. Yes, and like that's the bad side of humanity, but it is still very human. Yeah, and the show is willing to acknowledge that as well. Yeah. And it's a show you end up feeling, you end up feeling positively about people coming out of it. Yes, but it's a show that like it's just willing to kind of put everything out there.
Yeah, that's what you leave feeling positive about people. You leave a little bit shaken about mortality sometimes. But yeah, you do also leave it restores your faith. Unfortunately, it's not a documentary, right? But as close as we can get with it being fictional. Yeah, just The Guardian, 2 stars. Maybe even 1. I can't remember, but what more do you need to know? Yeah. That's it.
So
right?
they ended up being decent lists, all of them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought this was going to be a shorter episode.
Yeah, sorry about that. But I guess that's a testament to the quality of the lists, right? Where we, in both instances, both when we were talking about our worst and our best, it felt like there were things to say. Like we had some level of connection.
Yes.
With everything that we talked about.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It made us feel it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
On that note.
Yeah.
We will see you again. Bye.
Bye-bye.